Good evening and welcome to the high school football game of the week here on today's Country 105.7. Sean Larken with you, Coach Glen, Granger to my right, Mike Holt back in studio. It is week 10 of the high school football season, the regular season finale. I cannot believe we have reached week 10.
Yes,
Coach,
really.
I feel like, I say this every week, but I feel like we just started jamborees and practices in August. This season, I've been back, I think this is my 5th year doing this. This is the fastest that the season has flown by for me personally. They say it does that every time you get older. I don't know, but
It does, Sean.
I'm starting to believe them because it's absolutely flown by.
Yeah.
We're already into basketball season, so I just can't believe it. But we have reached week 10 here in the high school football regular season. We are at McKee-McCain Stadium, home of the Eagles. It's senior night. They are taking on the East Beauregard Trojans. It seems just like last year, same scenario for Rosepine. They come in 0-9, looking to get their first win of the season. They have one chance to do it. It is against the same opponent that they did last year. They went to East Beauregard 0-9, got the win against the Trojans. But if you recall, me and you were talking about this in the before we went on the air. I've got to watch the Trojans, who are 2-6. Watch some film. They play a lot harder than their record shows. And I know that's hard, to say, you are what your record is. But you watch, mainly what stuck out to me is the game against DeQuincy. We saw that same DeQuincy team come in here a week ago, and Rosepine lost 33-18. But they were able to put up 30-plus on them. Now, they gave up 40. But still, the ability to do that, running the football primarily, is what kind of, if you're Rosepine, you're gonna have to tackle this week.
Right.
And like you said, the numbers there, they're a little bit smaller. Obviously, they're 2A, but, they've been on that 1 and 2A line.
Yep.
And if you go back to last year, it was a sloppy, rainy game, but it was 0-0 at half.
Right.
East Bow loses their top 2 running backs.
Right. Yep.
So this was a game, and then obviously, they Rosepine ended up getting the win, but this is an East Bow team that is not looking to give up the first win to the Eagles. They don't want to be that team. And Coach Simmons, again, I said it, this Trojans team works really hard. They play really hard. They're going to run the football at Rosepine. If they have it their way, they're going to do the same thing they did last year and take an entire quarter on a drive.
You're going to have to play some great defense. You don't see this type of offense very often, and it's always given coaches a fit. But I always like to play against this type of offense. They got 11 people on the line. Hey, to me, you put 11 people on the line. If they beat you with the pass, then so be it.
Yeah, Coach.
But if you don't stop that run,
it could be a long, painful night.
Oh yeah.
Look, it's not a fun. You said it. It's not a fun offense to play against because again, last week they go to Vinton, they do lose, but they ran the ball, for over 200. They didn't complete a pass. Now, we saw Rosepine go to Vinton. Vinton did the same thing to them. East Bow runs that double tight, double wing. If they don't want to put it in the air, they won't. They will not.
No.
As a matter of fact, if they had it their way, they won't. And if they do, that probably means they win.
They want to keep the ball 10, 15 plays. They want to eat up a whole quarter if they can. Their best defense is their offense because they keeping the other team's offense off the field. And
look, obviously this is a defense, East Bow, that's given up 35 points a game through 8 games. But last week, they allowed close to 400 yards. Now, if you flip it over to Rosepine, they're allowing 38 a game.
Right.
They're in the same boat. They gave up almost 500 to DeQuincy last week, and a lot of it was big plays. Now, you would think matchup-wise for the Eagles, this is the kind of offense they would like to kind of play against defensively because, let's just face it, it's not a slight, but you kind of play this double-tight, double-wing offense in a vacuum. You're not going to spread anybody out and go sideline to sideline. They're going to run it right at you. It's just all about kind of assignment football and not getting caught sleeping on the back end. Quarterbacks, this ain't a fun defense for cornerbacks.
You got to play disciplined defense. You got to. You can't watch the ball with your eyes because as soon as you do,
that is when they throw
the other way, or they throw the pass or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, it's an offense that they've stuck with for years.
You remember last year they tried to go to a spread, and that was the biggest mistake they made. And they just changed it back to what they do best.
Yeah, and, sometimes obviously personnel makes you stick to that. But if you can run this offense, East Bow, if they can run it and keep the ball, this could be a low scoring and a game of who has it last. Because if you're Rosepine, you can't get stopped. This could be a minimal possession game. You're going to have to capitalize on your opportunities.
Yes.
So should be a fun one here tonight. Again, a senior night at McKee-McCain Stadium. The Rosepine Eagles and the East Beauregard Trojans. We will take a break, probably have the national anthem and prayer and the coin toss, and we will come back with kickoff of Week 10 of the high school football regular season. You're listening to today's Country 105.7.
Cecil's Cajun Kitchen in downtown DeRidder is the place to go for seafood, steaks, and good Cajun favorites. With one of the many TVs placed all around the restaurant, you'll be sure to catch your favorite sports while enjoying drink specials to go with fried gator bites or boudin balls. Follow that with a fresh-cut certified Angus steak or some fish tacos. Lots of selections for even the pickiest little eater in your crew. Then your crew can finish up with some fresh beignets. You can even party it up on the patio on Friday and Saturday nights with live music. Cecil's Cajun Kitchen, always ready to help you have a good time.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
Hello, this is Sheriff Sam Craft. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to protecting and serving all citizens of Vernon Parish. Senior citizens need our protection and our watchful eyes. Adult taxpayers deserve law and order, and our youth need encouragement and support in order to succeed. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office will continue to work with area law enforcement agencies to provide a safe and wholesome environment for all of our families. We are proud to serve Vernon Parish and to call it home.
Dale Peterson, pharmacist, and the staff at Rosepine Family Pharmacy are proud supporters of the Road to the Championships. Rosepine Family Pharmacy knows that the combination of academics and athletics help young people become well-adjusted citizens. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 337-462-0177. Serving the community since 1985, choose your hometown pharmacy to fill your prescription needs.
Choctaw Pines Casino, your place for fun.
Welcome to Cutter Sports Bar, where every play is a win and the food is unbeatable. Enjoy a quick bite from our new value menu or choose from one of our hometown favorite dishes. It's flavor you can bet on. And don't miss karaoke every Thursday night from 6 to 11 p.m. Cutter Sports Bar, an all-around slam dunk.
Choctaw Pines Casino, your place for fun.
Must be 21.
Barksdale Federal Credit Union cares about you and your finances. That's why we offer free tools, like free financial counseling, free access to your credit score with monitoring tools and goal settings, and a free money management tool so you can see all of your accounts in one place, even from other banks. Offering more for over 70 years at Barksdale Federal Credit Union. Barksdale Federal Credit Union, celebrating 70 years. Federally insured by NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent David Heyman is your go-to agent in Leesville for service you deserve at the price you want. So try combining home and auto today. State Farm agent David Heyman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 337-239-9999 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to underwriting requirements.
Gotta love that chicken from Popeyes. No one makes that crispy New Orleans-style chicken and fresh, fluffy biscuits like Popeyes. You don't need a special occasion to enjoy the great New Orleans taste of Popeyes chicken. Or maybe it's seafood you're craving. It's great anytime for any meal. Gotta love that chicken and seafood from Popeyes. Popeyes, located in Leesville and Oakdale. Now open till 11.
Some call it over-planning. At Shawson Gas, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Be prepared this hurricane season and call Shawson Gas at 337-239-2719 to get in line for your new Generac home standby generator. Financing available. Shawson Gas, located at 1107 South 5th Street in Leesville. Ask about their monitoring services for generators and propane tanks.
Football. Ready, break.
KVVP Leesville, DeRidder, Fort Polk. Today's Country 105.7.
Back here at McKee-McCain Stadium in Rosepine, the Trojans win the toss. They will get the football first here as we get ready to start Week 10, the final regular season game here in the 2025 season. Rosepine in the black jerseys, white helmets, white pants. The numerals and lettering in purple trimmed in white. Trojans in the road white jerseys with the white helmets and the Columbia blue pants and numerals with the red trim. That's Columbia blue, which is kind of like the Carolina blue.
Yeah.
The UNC baby blue.
Baby blue.
Eagles kicking off from left to right on your radio dial, kicking towards the gym. Kind of in that little small huddle, and they'll roll this one up. It'll be fielded at the 50, right in front of us here, actually at the 49. So the short kickoff, which we saw the Eagles have success on last week.
Yeah.
This time, Eastbo all over it there, heads up by the front line. And they'll take over with pretty good field position here to start at their own 49.
Yeah, it quite didn't take the bounce we hoped for.
No, and again, you saw that. Usually you see the front line kind of panic and let it roll, but they were pouncing all over that. Didn't ricochet off of the pads or anything. A clean field there. That is where Carter Causey, the quarterback of the Trojans, and his offense will take over going from right to left on your radio dial. Again, that tight double wing. So if we don't realize who has the ball, just forgive us because it'll be a rugby scrum. They'll hand this one off. That's Dakota Strother going over on the far side. He cuts it up, and he's got good push from his offensive line and a good first down carry. Coach, we said it in the pregame. This is exactly what the Trojans want to do here on the opening drive is run it, keep it, get this much. Exactly. If you're getting 9, which they're going to give them 9,
right?
You get 9 yards of carry, you're probably going to win the game. Not only are you going to win time possession, you're going to run out of room eventually because you're going to get up in the end zone.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 1 after the carry on first down by Dakota Strother. They line up in that bunch formation. Strother, the wingback to the near us. They'll go to the up man here. I believe that's going to be Gage Hooks, and the Trojans have a first down and more. So 2 plays, and you could tell they are moving the line of scrimmage early here as the Eagles will sub off a player. His lid came off there in that pile. That was Jaden Grubbs. He was trying to get up in that rugby scrum and slow him down and had the lid come off, so he'll have to sit out a play or so. So 1st and 10.
I don't think Jaden has played all year.
I was going to say,
you look the biggest guys you can find to put on that line.
And this one's going to be a toss to the near side. And
that's a good job.
And a good play there. That's the shortest gain so far, that one to Donovan Carter.
Yeah, anytime you can hold them to 2 yards or maybe even 3, then you're putting pressure on them. But if they get 9, 8 yards,
Coach, if they're getting 8 or 9 on the first 2, but this is a good. That one about a gain of 3, but again, if you give up 2 of those and it's 4th and 1, you're pretty much going to go for that every time. They've got this one at the 34-yard line. Opening drive for the Trojans here at Rosepine. They'll move the man in motion. They'll hand it to the up man, and that's pretty good push there by the Eagle front.
Good job, yes.
I think that's going to be Wyatt Coletti, 54, that gets up in there first. And, again, this is how you want to defend this right here. You want to get the offense into 3rd and long. But you also got to be worried about the hard count here. Because if I'm East Bow, I'd love to get some cheap yardage here to set up a third manageable. Right now, it's about a 3rd and 8.
Lord knows we have fallen for that throughout the year.
And that's probably the most frustrating thing as a defense. You'll get aggressive, and you'll try to probably maybe make a play, and they'll go with a straight snap. That one in the backfield nearly swallowed up, but getting back to the line of scrimmage and possibly a yard or two more is Dakota Strother, but he was swarmed by a host of black jerseys in the backfield, and he does pick up a couple, but it'll be 4th down and about we'll call it a long 7.
Yeah, you got to keep the tight end and the wing back right here because those two will be the ones that'll go out for the pass.
And also, Coach, look, I'm not saying this is probably an obvious passing down, but you saw Vinton burn Rosepine on a 4th 11 with the quarterback bootleg.
Right.
So you got to be, if you're the edge, you've got to contain that outside. We'll see what the Trojans do. They're actually going to split a couple of guys out, Coach. They've got Trip Quivido out there. I think that's Carter to the far side. They'll throw one out over there on the far sideline and still on his feet and getting a first down. What an unbelievable effort, but some poor tackling by the Eagles. That'll move the chains. I believe that's Carter. Coach, it was just a little throw out there, and the Eagles had it bottled up. And, again, some poor tackling by that Eagles defense, and that'll be a first down. So put a sticker by that one as a key play in this drive. The Eagles were going to get off the field there.
Yes. And that's been a problem all year for us, Sean. We just cannot get off the field.
Yeah, look, last week had a 4th and 6, gave up a touchdown. Had the 4th and 11 against Vinton, gave up 19 yards on a quarterback run. I mean, and here they give up 10 yards on the 4th and 7. They'll hand it to the up man. Some more good push from that offensive line of the Trojans. I'm thinking that's Hooks that has it. And finally, a couple of players just dive out of the pile there. That could have been Drew Fontenot.
They had a guy with the football.
And again, another first down, Coach. So a pretty good push here so far by this Trojans offense. And 4 minutes into the opening quarter, they have it deep in Eagle territory. It looks like they've got it marked at the 10. So first and goal.
If our defensive front line stands up, we're going to get pushed back all night long.
They'll be in the bus yard if they don't fire off. So first and goal from the 10. They'll hand it to the up man. A good push again and falling forward. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 5, possibly. I believe the nearest line judge here's got a 5-yard gain, so second and goal from the 5. But again, the key play in this drive so far is a 4th and 7. And that was Donovan Carter with the catch out there. That's already one more pass than they completed last week.
All that was a little swing pass to the second receiver.
And the Eagles had it.
Broke 3 or 4 tackles to get the first down.
Eagles had it bottled up, but on the move go the Trojans. They'll hand it back up the middle. A little bit better push here. And finally the whistle blown. Looks like maybe about the 3 or the 2-yard line. This is absolutely 4-down territory if you're Rosepine, so you've got to be ready to dig in here a couple of plays as the Trojans doing exactly what the game script calls for here on their opening drive. They took the football, and they're trying to set the tone here on the road. Almost half of the quarter gone. Third and goal. Ball sits at the 2-yard line. A move a man in motion. That one going to be pitched out. Cutting back in is Carter, and into the end zone goes Donovan Carter for the touchdown. They tossed it to the near side. Looks like the Eagles stretched it out well, but Carter cuts it back against the grain and gets into the end zone from a couple of yards out, and the Trojans strike first.
And East Beauregard don't kick, so they definitely going for 2.
And it'll probably be more of the same right here.
Exactly.
But that is, if you're Rosepine, that's a very concerning opening drive. If you're East Bow, that's exactly what you want to do pretty much the entire night. You want to get about 6-7 yards of carry and get yourself into short yardage. They'll go for 2. Causey rolling out to the far side. He's got some chase. That one is going to be...
Oh, that is not a horse collar.
Yeah, it looks like they just got the jersey there on the trailing play, giving chase one of the linemen, but They're going to call it a horse collar. Right now, the flag is out. He didn't get into the collar of the pads.
He had the jersey.
Yeah, you can see the jersey here. Usually you've got to kind of grab in the area. Obviously, get your hand inside of the pads. That did not happen. You could see the jersey pull off. And we're waiting on a... So that is the call by the white hat, the horse collar. So East Bow will get another crack at it. They'll move man in motion. They'll hand it to the up man, and no signal yet. I think the Eagles... have stopped him. Coach, did you hear a whistle?
No.
I didn't either.
No.
So the Eagles hold the Trojans out on the 2-point try. However, Donovan Carter puts East Bow on the board first. They lead 6-0. Eagles getting it right after this on High School Football Game of the Week.
It's fall on the Bend, the perfect time to enjoy the great outdoors on Toledo Bend. Sabine River Authority invites you to head to Toledo Bend. Enjoy waterfront cabins at Cypress Bend Park or RVing at Pleasure Point and San Miguel Parks. There's plenty to do along Louisiana's largest waterway. Fish, boat, swim, and barbecue. Sabine River Authority, managing Louisiana's recreation destination. And this holiday season, plan a visit to Cypress Bend Park for festive holiday lights along the Bend. Sabine River Authority brings Toledo Bend to life.
The Trojans go 51 yards on their opening drive to take the ball into the end zone. Donovan Carter, a 2-yard touchdown run. East Bow 6, Rosepine about to get it here with 6:36 remaining in the opening quarter. Key play in the drive, a 4th and 7. Donovan Carter caught a little pass out in the flats and made some guys miss. Was able to convert. A couple plays later, the Trojans get it into the end zone. Eagles do hold them out on the 2-point try. Now East Bow kicking off to the Eagles for the first time tonight. That one going to get past and roll out of bounds. Good play there by Jacob Norris, not to panic. He almost picked it up back there, but saw the trajectory of the football and let it roll out of bounds. So the Eagles will have decent field position here to start their opening drive. So the Eagles will start at their own 35. And it's where freshman Slay Gardner and the offense will take over. Coach, I guess you still have to call Slay a freshman, but he's got a full season under his belt now. There's too much experience there. It's not like this is his first rodeo, so he'll start in the shotgun. And he'll get some movement up front. As long as Rosepine stayed put, should get a free 5. And they will. So 5-yard penalty, and hasn't even ran a play yet, Coach. That's what you got to like if you're the Eagles. And some injuries this week, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We saw it late last week. Devin Janice out. Zachary Priest out as well. They both ran the ball well. Janice
ran it real well.
Janice only had 4 carries before he went out, but Priest 120 yards, a couple of touchdowns. They'll swing it out to Cheney in the flats, and pretty good job out there to stretch it out by Gage Hooks and the Trojans. Maybe a yard, if anything.
And even Cheney's playing with a couple of Bobos, too.
Yeah, Coach, you get to week 10.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not hurt, you're probably not doing something right. But, yeah, Eagles down a couple of running backs. But you saw Daxton get in there last week and do well.
Yes.
So it was pretty much running back by committee. They'll move Cheney in motion. He'll get it coming near side. Gets a couple of good blocks, breaks the first tackle, tries to spin out of another, and the East Bow defense swarms him short of the sticks. We'll see where they mark it officially, but I'm sure we'll see Barrett Cootie a lot more tonight.
Yes.
We'll see Cheney touch it. We've already seen him touch it twice. Maybe get it out to the receivers. 5:40 to play here in the opening quarter. Eagles first drive offensively. They trail 6-0 after East Bow took their opening drive, 51 yards for the score. And East Bow 2-6. Eagles 0-9, looking for their first win of the season. They'll hand it off to Waxter, and he's got the first down before he is pushed back. The whistle will blow, but the chains will move for the Eagles. Daxton Waxter's first carry. And we said it, Coach, this is an East Bow team that was able to score and move the football, but they play hard. I mean, they play physical. Like you said, the numbers are down, so they're going to have a lot of guys going both ways. They want to come here. They definitely, you know how this goes. You don't want to be the team that gives up the first win. Exactly. You want to keep your district rival down. Last year, Rosepine able to go in there and get a win, and they'll have a new set of downs here. Gardner, play action. He's looking to go deep. He's got a man out there, and that one just over the head of Norris. The route there was wasn't really straight. It looked like it was a post that he started to kind of break it outside.
Well,
he had a step.
Slade threw it off to the side instead of down the middle for Jacob to go and get it, because that was a touchdown right there.
Yeah, that was a couple of steps past the defender, and again, Norris had to reroute there. And the pass falls incomplete. Yeah, if you throw that one maybe to the middle of the field, he can run right under that one into the end zone. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10. Gardner in the gun. They'll go to the ground. Waxter goes right behind his guard. He breaks out of a couple of tackles, still on his feet, and then they'll blow the whistle finally. These guys kind of asleep on the whistle. Forward progress has been stopped. Kind of happened on that 2-point play for East Bow as well, where they just didn't really stop it after forward progress. Daxton Waxter with a decent pick up there on 2nd down. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Eagles get it into East Bow territory. Ball just shy, just on the other side of the 50. Eagles headed towards the gym, going from left to right on your radio dial. 3rd and 6. 4:10 to play in quarter number 1. Play action. They'll throw it. It's caught over the middle. Tackle broken by Barrett Cootie. Is inside the red zone. Actually, they'll mark it just shy at the 21, but a first down. And on the little play action.
29 yards. 29-yard gain, Sean. Good pass.
Yeah, you've seen Slay hit Barrett on that play a couple of times this year. It's gone for 20 plus multiple times. And you said that one goes for 29?
29.
And he was on the move here trying to answer that score by the Trojans. They'll look to throw again. Gardner looking left. Now he's got Norris down there. Some contact and no flag. There probably should have been at the top of that route. As that one falls incomplete. He had a couple of receivers over there.
Yeah, Cheney couldn't get to the ball because it sure looked like somebody was pass interference.
Yeah, Norris and Cheney kind of working a little combo route there, and I think the defender did kind of impede his progress to the football, but no flag, 2nd and 10. Well, that's a good sign for Rosepine. If you're looking there, you're able to get behind the defense a couple of times. Just got to complete the throws, and you'll have a couple of long touchdown passes. They'll swing this one out to Waxter. He makes a nice cut. And he'll be dropped there, but a good job, a quick little change of direction for Daxton there, and we'll set up a manageable 3rd down for the Eagles. 3.5 to play here in the opening quarter. Looks like it'll be about a 3rd and 5.
See, the second receiver, he's wide open.
Play action, looking to throw to the right.
Lonsberry.
And that one's going to be thrown up for grabs, and Lonsberry comes down with the touchdown. Kind of a jump ball situation there. He got in position, and now a flag comes out late.
He spiked the ball, which is stupid.
So they'll tack that on after the touchdown, but again, Grayson kind of let that one go up for a jump ball, and Lonsberry got in good position, and the cornerback unable to break that one up. Lonsberry gets into the end zone for his first time in a couple of weeks. And I'm sure they'll tack that on the kickoff. I wouldn't say do it again, because if you get another one, you get ejected. So I would probably not do an unsportsmanlike conduct again. That's actually the one time you shouldn't listen to your parents. Right. Yeah. That's not very smart there. So Eagles will line up for an extra point.
Yeah, East Beauregard is going to take the penalty on the kickoff.
Yeah, and honestly, they started their last drive from the 49, so they'll want to get good field position here. So the extra point, snap down, hold down, and the
nice
kick nearly hits the gym over there. So the Eagles get into the end zone, a 16-yard touchdown catch by Austin Lonsberry. Extra point good, and with 3:02 remaining in quarter number one, Rosepine leads East Bow 7-6. You're listening to the high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
The Vernon Parish Community Health Center, located at 298 Nolan Trace Parkway in Leesville, strives to provide comprehensive health care for everyone, offering medical and mental health services along with an on-site pharmacy. To schedule an appointment or for more information, contact them at 337-392-0110 or visit them on the web at www.icchc.org. With the Vernon Parish Community Health Center, located here in Leesville, you're never far from quality hometown care.
So East Beauregard strikes first, and Rosepine answers with a score of their own, and they get the extra point. They lead 7-6, and now after the personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct celebration penalty, the Eagles will be kicking deep in their own territory. Looks like they're kicked from the 25.
I think we need to kick it deep instead of try that onside thing.
Yeah, that didn't work last
time. Over here,
kick
right
it into the board. Yeah, you've got a lot of green over here from about the East Bow 40 to the 10. If you kicked it over there, you might have a situation like last week where you could get on a live football. And they will kick kind of a sky kick, but this is going to be fielded at the 30-yard line. Up across midfield and tackled at the 49.
Looked like the same spot, Sean.
Goes Sean Scallon, and
it will be on the 50 this time instead of the 49.
Yep. Looks like they're marking it right at midfield. Yeah, so 1 yard better for the Trojans. They started at their own 49 last time. And now they will start at the 50. With 2:54 remaining in the opening quarter, they trail by 7-6. This is their second offensive drive of the game. And, again, we said it, a key play on that opening drive. Well, the key play, the 4th and 7. They'll bunch it up at midfield. They'll pitch this one to Dakota Strother. Strother breaks out of a tackle into Eagle territory, still on his feet over there, churning his legs. And another nice gain on first down, maybe picked up about 7. And we mentioned it in the pregame. This is senior night. Obviously, Rosepine, there's probably not a situation where they're in the playoffs, but they're right there on the line.
Oh, yeah.
But for East Bow, they're obviously going to be out of the playoff picture. So this is actually a lot of their seniors' final game they're going to play. That you take that into effect, the effort's going to be there tonight, and you've seen it so far. Another 6-yard gain on first down. They'll pitch it back to Strother, looking for some running room far side. Eagles stretch that out well, but he falls forward, and it'll set up about a 3rd and 2. Yeah, obviously there's got to be a lot of things happen for Rosepine to make the playoffs. First and foremost being win the game.
Yeah.
But, there's 2 spots out of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
But East Bow, they're not going to be able to get into the postseason. So a lot, again, this is a lot of these seniors. This is the seniors class, which is a pretty good bit of them. This is going to be their last time playing football. Yeah. So you want to go out on a high note, whether you're Rosepine or East Bow. 3rd and 1. They'll hand this one off. I think that's Strother again, and he'll have the first down, and then he'll be tripped up. As he crosses the 40, looks like they'll mark him at about the 37, and they'll move the chains.
Good for a first down, yep.
1:24 to play in the opening quarter. East Bow trails Rosepine 7-6. Each team scored on their opening possession. This is the Trojans' second time with the football.
Yeah, I really believe we're going to be going home early tonight, Sean.
Yeah, Coach, just moving right along. Another thing that's happening that I won't jinx yet, I'll tell you after this play. First and 10. They're tossing it near side. Nice little burst of speed, but then the Eagles kind of string that one out nicely. But we hadn't had many penalties yet. Obviously, we had the
Yeah,
the excessive celebration.
Right.
But, yeah, this is how you get out of here early. You run the ball. You don't hold. You just keep moving that clock, moving the chains. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Another good game there on first down for the Trojans.
And the one thing, East Beauregard is in no hurry to run.
Absolutely not. Play clock down to 9.
Off to the line.
They know exactly when they need to snap it.
Yep.
Whether or not they move a guy in motion or not, we'll see. They do. They hand it to the up man, and that's going to be Hooks. Looked like him and
the
quarterback Causey had a little collateral damage there on the exchange as Causey kind of ran into him. Now, that could have been a product of trying to get out of there quickly.
Right.
That was about as long as you could have took it down without getting a penalty. And now injury here coming out of the game. Looks like Justin Walker for the Eagles holding his right arm. Might have got a stinger in there. It's not moving that right arm very much. Probably got into that pile. And that is the end of the first quarter. So Rosepine answers East Beau's opening drive with one of their own. They get the extra point. They lead it 7-6. You're listening to the high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
This is State Representative Charles Owen. I'd like to wish the players, coaches, and managers of the Rosepine Eagles every success in the 2025 football season. I know you've worked hard in the offseason, and your hard work and dedication are about to pay off for you in this new year. Your effort will make your community, your family, and your classmates at Rosepine High proud, and you will earn the success you find on the playing field. Thank you for your efforts, and go Eagles.
Hello, I'm Jacob McKee, owner of McKee Agency, and we're here to kick off the football season with peace of mind. At McKee Agency, we know the game isn't just about touchdowns. It's about protecting your team, too. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, we've got the coverage you need to stay ahead of the game. Our expert agents are here to help you tackle any challenge so you can focus on cheering for your favorite team. Score big with McKee Agency, your choice for insurance. Call us today and get a free quote, 337-238-2832. Because every play counts, and so does every policy. McKee Agency, where protection is our game plan.
Back here in Rosepine, where the Trojans on a 3rd and 1 will have the first down. Pile still moving right along. I believe that's Scallon with the carry there. Last week he had 7 rushes for 74 yards and a touchdown against the Vinton Lions. East Beau did lose that game, and that combined with the DeQuincy win here in Rosepine last week sets them up for the district championship game tonight.
Right.
Another district title game in the balance down at Kinder. The Yellow Jackets and the Avoyles Mustangs going at it. Kinder trying to keep a perfect season alive. Coach Reed and them trying to position themselves to get that top 4 seed.
Yeah, last night you had Hamilton and Bass Hill, and Hamilton won that district.
Yeah, there was another one up for grabs as well. Iowa defeats DeRidder last night 47-14, which was a 6-0 game there going towards the half. And then the Levy just broke open there against the Dragons.
First season to go undefeated.
Ever? They've been close. I knew they were 9-1.
A lot of 9-1s.
So, yeah, Yellow Jackets, man, they've been a really good program in just about every sport the last couple of years.
Look, I've seen them play this year, and they are the real team.
That's right. You went down there for the Parkview game, and I've seen them on film a little bit. I'll actually probably this weekend just breeze through that DeRidder game. As now on a 2nd and 6. They'll pitch it near side with the Trojans. And I believe that's Strother again. Just another decent gain. Just chunks here and there. Setting themselves up, the Trojans, into a manageable 3rd down situation. That time, just a gain of a couple. But if you're Coach Simmons, this is exactly how you draw it up.
Yep.
You're not worried about a 3rd and 4 because you're probably going for it regardless, whether you get 5 or whether you get 1.
Well, a lot of people, if they watch East Beauregard for the first time, what comes to mind is, man, this is a boring offense. But you know what? I know another team that runs that split back veer, and they have
it has the most wins.
A whole gym full of state championship trophies.
Sean Scallon bounces it outside on 3rd and 4. He's going to have the first down. I was going to say the whistle not blown yet, and the momentum finally stopped, but not before. I think they're going to give him that first down. And Coach, you referenced it, and that would be the John Curtis Christian Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah, JT's won more than anybody.
Right.
Even with the with a couple of them getting vacated. He's won just about as more games than anyone in the country.
Exactly.
Running this same offense, and another team that ran it with success for years that doesn't really do it as much anymore is Parkview. Parkview did the same thing.
Yep.
They run this wing T split back veer type offense, and like Daniel Green says, like lidocaine, it'll eventually wear on you and start working. They'll pitch this one out. Scallon again. He's got the edge, still on his feet. I think he's going to have the first down. He's inside the 5, and they're going to mark him at the 4. And the Trojans, just like that, knocking on the door again on their second drive of the game. 3 minutes into the second quarter, they trail Rosepine 7-6. Yeah, it is a boring offense. There's no doubt. If you're in the stands, you want to see the ball going into the air and, seeing touchdown passes. But there's nothing more satisfying, Coach, for the linemen or coaching staff watching your guys just push a pile and move the chains and watch that clock go.
Can you imagine East Beauregard and the Boyles playing?
Coach, you'd be out there in 5 minutes.
Runs the same offense.
That's right. Yeah, that game at Kinder, they're going to want to do that tonight to keep that high-scoring Kinder offense out of there. First and goal from the 3. I'll hand it to an up man, and trying to dive in to the end zone. Going to be short by a yard. Which I should have brought some binoculars tonight. When they get it up onto that up man, it's hard to see who's got it.
Yeah.
But it'll be second and goal from just inside the 1. We could see quarterback Carter Causey maybe take this one in the short way here. We'll see what the Trojans do as they are knocking on the door of another touchdown.
Oh,
and it looked like Causey had a little trouble with the snap, but that's exactly what he was trying to do, is go right behind his center. He dropped the snap, obviously not into the end zone, but wanted to keep possession for East Bow, and he does that, but it does bring up a third down and goal. Eagles trying to hang on here. But, yeah, Coach, I'm not going to lie to you. I'd run that same play 2 more times.
Right.
And if they stop me, you just tip your cap. We're at the 8-minute mark here in quarter number 2. East Bow trying to retake the lead. They trail 7-6. This is their second drive. And, again, they are loading up behind the quarterback, and we will have a flag come in. Which, I wonder what this is going to be. Nobody moved early because they didn't really get set.
Yeah, against East Beauregard. Yep, false start.
The only thing I can think, Coach, is the center reset the football after he got on it, because no other lineman had gotten set yet. So unless the center must have moved the ball and then reset it. So break for the Eagles, tough break for the Trojans. Now it'll be third and goal, and looks like they're at the 5. They'll toss this one near side, cutting it up inside of Strother and trying to reach over and into the end zone for the touchdown. Again, a last-second reach over the line, and East Bow into the end zone again. Dakota Strother from 5 yards out. They retake the lead 12-7. Don't you just kind of cut it back against the grain as he was going down? Reached over, kind of a risky move there, reaching over into some traffic.
Well, we got the outside pretty much cut off. It's just the cutback. We don't have anybody. The linebackers are not there.
Yeah, the Indy's done a great job after that first drive of punching everything back in, but the cutback was there. Trojans will go for 2. They'll motion a man over. That's going to be Carter. And Carter is going to be into the end zone. He was stood up, but he crosses the plane. So East Bow gets the 2-point try. They now lead it 14-7. Eagles getting it right after this on the high school football game of the week from today's Country 105.7.
Esquil Leesville Flooring is a proud supporter of the Rosepine High School Eagles athletic and academic programs and salutes all their achievements. Esquil Leesville Flooring knows that a healthy combination of academics and athletics helps our young people become productive citizens. Visit their showroom at 248 Alexandria Highway in Leesville or call them at 238-2888. From carpet to tile, you can have your home looking great in no time. That's Esquil Leesville Flooring, making your house a home, one floor at a time.
With 7:25 remaining in the first half, East Bow retakes the lead. They are 2 for 2 on scoring drives. They do get the 2-point conversion this time. A 5-yard touchdown run by Dakota Strother, and Donovan Carter gets it in for the 2-point conversion. So they now lead Rosepine 14-7. And it will be the Eagles' second turn on offense. Short kickoff here. Eagles jump on that one. And they'll have good field position. I believe that's Hunter Glaze come out of there with the football. He was able to field it cleanly. So if you're Rosepine, obviously you've got to keep scoring. But
exactly,
I think your concerns are on the defensive side because you're going to get the football to start the second half. This is only your second drive on offense. And if you don't score, you may not get it again until the second half.
Yeah.
But they will start at their own 47. They'll pitch it to Cheney, coming near side. He makes a nice cut, cuts it upfield, and he'll pick up about 9. Good first down play for Brenham Cheney. And the funny thing is when you start looking at the stats, which I know in real time, but then I go back and get the stats that Gomez sends me, and you look, and Cheney's got 93 yards receiving, and you forget all of them are little pop passes.
Right.
What that also helps is Slay Gardner's passing. I mean, the completion percentage just shoots up.
Oh, yeah. Anybody can complete that pass.
Heck, yeah. I'd have Drew Brees' numbers if I could just plop it to those playmakers. And that's some early movement there by the running back. Wagster is probably going to get the call. Might have had a couple linemen going early as well, but we saw Daxton do that last week. And after an 8.5, 9-yard gain, you can't have a procedure penalty and back you up. Coach, look at that moon over there.
Oh, yeah.
Thing's been shining the last couple of nights.
Well, Wednesday, you remember they had the super moon out.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah, I saw a couple of my friends that live out, had some just moonlight, didn't have a bunch of city lights. They took some really good pictures.
I bet they did.
And this is actually going to be an encroachment penalty. Yeah. That could be why the offense moved early.
Yeah.
So that'll push it further into Trojan territory, and the Eagles have a first down with the penalty yardage. Ball at the 39. Yeah, that some of those pictures I saw were amazing. You could probably get to the moon if it was so close. They'll go on the ground. Wagster looking to bounce it outside. He is going to be tripped up and thrown down. First man to get there looks like Hayden Wolfter in the mix, as well as Drew Fontenot. So a minimal gain. That looked like Wagster is going to have some running room back there. He is brought down. 6:20 to play in the half. Eastbo 14, Rosepine 7. This is the Eagles' second offensive drive. Cootie in the slot to the far side. Cheney in the slot to the near side. They're looking at the air. Cootie will set down in the slot, make the grab. He's still on his feet, fighting for extra yards. They'll finally throw him out of bounds. Just a couple of yards shy of the first down, but Coach, that's easy pitch and catch there from Gardner to Cootie. He can set in that little zone.
Especially when the secondary guy's playing 12 yards off of him.
Yeah, that play was probably designed to go a little further, but if you're Barrett, you could just settle back into that void and catch passes there all night. And it will set up about a 3rd and 4. But, yeah, if they're giving you that cushion in the slot, you could just kind of idle that route down and wait on the throw. Gardner in the gun. They'll go back to the ground. Wagster looking for some running room. Cuts it up the field. Nice cut. He's got the first down.
Back. Yeah.
And he's tripped up, but not before he gets into the red zone. Looks like they're going to mark him right at the 20.
Good for 15 yards.
Yeah, that was a really good burst there. He was able to kind of put his foot in the dirt, and he's got a quick burst of speed once he gets the change of direction. Different little running style than you see from Devin Janice. Yeah, that's exactly right. Picks up a nice blitz there, and Gardner hit as he throws. That ball's out, but I believe it's going to be Daxton that falls on it. And Grayson, he kind of got that arm up when he was throwing, but I'll tell you what, Wagster picked up a blitz, or he'd have got crushed twice. Looks like the pressure came from the inside there, one of the guards. But as Gardner was getting ready to throw, that ball came out, and Daxton able to be heads up and fall on that one. That was going to be a live ball. So now 2nd and 11. So, yeah, the pressure coming from inside there for the Trojans, able to push the pile. They'll swing this one out to Cheney. Cheney gets up the field, falls forward through a couple of defenders, and makes it a manageable 3rd down. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like they'll pick up about 5.
Yep.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 after the Second and 11 completion, 4:50 to play in the half. Again, the Eagles will get the ball to start the second half after Eastbo took it 51 yards on their opening drive. And this is just the Eagles' second possession, but like we said, they might have to score here because they may not see it again until the second half. Gardner calls for the football, looking to throw. Feels the pressure from behind. He's going to get out of there, and not from the second. And that one is going to be, thankfully, a sack because he threw it right to the defender. That is a very poor decision there, and Coach Gardner on the sideline is giving it to him. And it is a good thing his knee was down.
Yeah, because he threw it right to the East Beauregard player.
There was not a black jersey inside, and if that was a live ball, that would have been a touchdown for the Trojans. And then, again, we're dealing with the freshman quarterback. I've seen that a couple of times on film. There was a Lake Arthur game. That's the one thing I think that can be easily corrected.
Yeah.
Just don't panic in the moment. You haven't seen a whole lot of that this year, but there are a couple of times. Right there was one, but luckily it ended up in a sack. 4th down and 9.
Well, Bears is wide open.
And before we can get anything going, we've got a flag. But, there is not a soul on the slot receiver. Barrett Cootie. He's out, that third man inside. But we'll see if this will be a 4th and 14 for the Eagles, and it looks like it will be. I believe they called that on Theodore Wagaman, 57. So now it'll be a 4th and 14. And you still probably should go for it here. But, Barrett has no one on him in the slot right here. He is wide open. And I think Coach Simmons sees it. He's going to go ahead and call a timeout. We'll take it with them. Eagles have a 4th and 14 right after the break here. They trail by 7. You're listening to the high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
Weaver Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership, 603 South Margaret Avenue in Kirbyville, Texas, is the dealership for you. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, they're only a short, scenic drive across the Sabine River from west central Louisiana. A great sales team working to provide you a great price followed by great service. That's Weaver Motors, Kirbyville, serving the area since 1974. Call them at 409-423-4623. That's 409-423-4623. Worth the drive.
Back here out of the timeout, the Eagles will have a 4th and 14. Would have had a 4th and 9, had a procedure penalty to back them up 5. So we'll see what the play call is here. Coach had a couple of 30 and 40-yard play calls dialed up last week. This should be nothing here. They'll have trips to the near side. Barrett, the inside man closest to the formation. They'll look to throw. Gardner's going to heave this one up. He's got a man down there, and that one broken up. That would have been a circus grab. I don't see a penalty anywhere, so that'll be a turnover on downs, and East will take over with 3:39 to play. Again, jump ball over down the far sideline. That would have been a heck of an adjustment over there if the catch would have been made. So this will be East Bo's worst field position of the night. As the ball,
20,
it's like the 24?
23, 24, yeah.
We'll call it the 23. And like we said, if you're East Bo, you don't even have to get points here, but you are content with taking this one into the locker room and not letting Eagles have it again. But they're probably looking for more. Eagles going to have to get a stop eventually, trailing 14-7. This one's going to be a reverse, and it is wide open over there, but good job to run the ball carrier out of bounds. That was Sean Scallon again. But, again, that's the one thing you got to watch. You get lulled to sleep on the action to you, and they'll run that reverse or a counter. And it, for a moment, looked open, but Eagles able to run it out. Just a 5-yard gain, but, man, there was something cooking there for the Trojans. 3.5 minutes of play in the half. Yeah, they'll run that little inside counter reverse. And next thing you know, the guy's 15, 20 yards down the field. This time they go the conventional way, but some patient running. Again, the cutback there, Coach, and just about a yard shy of the first down goes Dakota Strother. And look, that's, again, you said it, the ends are doing a good job of staying outside. But now the cutbacks, and you talked about it, that's the linebackers' responsibility. So now what do you need to see the linebackers do?
Well, they got to read and they got to feel the hole, especially when they pull the guard and the tackle. You've got to go with that guard and tackle.
Yeah, usually in this offense.
Right now, the front is just diving at the feet. Yeah.
And a 3rd and short, and it looks like the Trojans are going to have it as they needed to get across the 35. They do. Yeah, look, I think in this offense, the guards or the tackles and guards are usually going to tell you where the play's going. You can't just cut them. You got to kind of keep yourself in the play. And there's a first down. They'll split a man out. Trip Quibido split way out here to move a defender out of the area. And the shotgun. Now they'll hand it to Strother. He breaks 2 tackles and can't get out of a 3rd, but it is about a 3-yard gain. Coach, first time they've gone out of the gun there.
Yeah. Well, except when it was 4th and 7, they, went to the gun and threw that little swing pass out there.
And ended up leading to the first touchdown, but they run it out of the gun this time.
Well, if the Eagles keep it at 14-7 going into halftime, we get the ball.
Yeah, and it's almost like a moot point here on this. But if you're East Bow, you'd love to try to get a quick strike. But 2nd and 7, they'll pitch it coming our way. Looking to get outside is Scallon, and he's going to be wrapped up. Flag comes
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Man, that is not a horse collar.
Yeah, they're going to say Lonsberry got under the collar there of the front collar. But, yeah, I don't believe – that's Coach, you're okay. Settle down.
Okay.
That's a hold.
Yeah,
I can't have you losing in your goal that early.
Yeah.
Well, you got to wait till the 3rd quarter as that's going to be coming back. It's a hold on the Trojans. That's the first negative play they've had. And, again, when you keep everything inside, it's hard to throw flags, but when you stretch it out, that's when those guys are reaching and grabbing. And, look, if you're running that offense, Coach, you want to keep it inside because you can hold those guys forever. They're not going to see anything. And before we can run a 2nd down and 20 play, Eagles will take a timeout. 1:42 to play in the half. Rosepine trails East Bow 14-7. Listening to the high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
Are you looking for the perfect mix for seafood, burgers, and everything in between? Look no further than the Catfish Hut in DeRidder. Open Tuesday through Saturday, serving up fresh fish, shrimp, and oysters that will make your mouth water. You can dive into the fresh salad bar that is prepared daily, or you can check out some of their daily lunch specials every weekday. Planning a celebration? Catfish Hut has a large party room that is perfect for birthdays, reunions, meetings, and so much more. Swing by and grab a bite to eat any Tuesday through Saturday. That's Catfish Hut in DeRidder, where great food and good times await.
Back here at McKee-McCain Stadium, Week 10 of the high school football regular season. Next week, the playoffs. Brackets come out this weekend. We'll let you know where we'll be. Again, a few teams in the area will be in the playoffs for certain, like we are certain. Just don't know where yet, as, again, a couple of teams still need to let the chips fall. DeRidder in action last night. They lose to Iowa. They'll need to see if they'll be at home or on the road.
Yeah, I think they'll be on the road, Sean. We found out this week, Sean, that we will be going back to non-select.
Okay, I was wondering. I was going to ask you about that. So we'll get into that maybe at halftime. 2nd down and a mile here for the Trojans. They'll move Scallon across formation, a jet motion, and getting out of an initial tackle and another, but then finally stacked up by the Eagle defense.
If I was the Eagles, I'd call timeout. There it is.
And they do. Good call, Coach. That one right there to Gage Hooks. He's the fullback there in that winged formation. We'll keep it right here. Yeah, look, I don't like to use the F word, and it's not the F word that's going to get us fired. Don't worry.
Right.
But I mentioned it last year when Rosepine was in the state tournament at Burton for the boys.
Yeah.
It was Rosepine, Dunham, Newman, and Country Day. And I can say this because one of my best friends is the head coach at Dunham. He asked me when we got down there, why the heck is Rosepine in this? Are they a magnet school? I said, heck no, man.
No.
I said, we're not reeling guys in. You know, nobody's just moving into Rosepine to Vernon Parish from the military to go to Rosepine to play sports. It's not how it works. Whether the semantics of it or whatever, but I just – it's not the same as if you're living in Monroe, Lafayette,
Right.
Shreveport, Baton Rouge, New Orleans. It's just not.
Lake Charles, yeah.
Even Lake Charles, yeah. Like
Yeah.
the numbers aren't there. The fact that, honestly, that Rosepine got to that state final, you know, the semifinal, in that that is arguably the toughest bracket in the state.
You go to Newman and you beat
the
Newman.
three-time defending champs. You basically end Randy Livingston's coaching career.
Exactly.
But, yeah, that'll be good. We got a pass here on third down, some pressure, bear down, ball's out. And now picking it up is Strother. He's got to make something happen. He's got some room to work with here. But the Eagles do swarm.
Still running.
Still on his feet. Breaking out of tackles. Oh, my goodness. Nearly gets the first down. And that's just a combination of great individual effort by Dakota Strother and some poor kind of scramble tackling there for the Eagles. They were just kind of out of position, and they nearly get the first. Looks like they'll be about a yard or two short.
Yeah.
Clock runs under a minute. If you're East Mo, you might think about going for this.
Oh, they going for it, Sean.
I'm not sure. I thought Strother was wrapped up three times back there. That was a heck of an effort by Dakota Strother. Again, I checked him out. He was down back there about 20 seconds ago. But, yeah, it'll be interesting now that Rosepine back into non-select where they belong. And I'm assuming Leesville the same?
Yeah,
So Vernon's going, which, honestly, if you're looking at it as we'll have a timeout on the field, we'll keep it here. There are 30 seconds left in the half. It seems right. I don't. Like I said, I don't want to use the fair word because life isn't fair. It's not. I mean, you go down there, you play with what you got, and you let the chips fall where they may.
And look, nobody knew about this, that this certain letter, this certain invitation, and all this other stuff. And and I forgot who wrote it, but whoever wrote it was bragging about it, and head of the LHSAA heard him and said, "What?"
Yeah, it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, really.
And before you knew it, we're in select.
Yeah, it was kind of not.
Yeah,
it was real. Like I said, tongue-in-cheek. What's supposed to happen? And it's like, oh my, they can pick wherever. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was all semantics basically, but. Yeah, that'll be interesting as, again, we're shuffling, classes and divisions and districts again. It'll be interesting to follow. It'll be an interesting summer as we get ready for the 2026 athletic calendar year. 4th and 1. They'll toss this one. And getting the first down is Donovan Carter. He had to work for that one as the Eagles, again, stretch it out well.
Yeah.
But that could be the final. Well, and we'll have a clock stoppage. I'll say 24 seconds left. I'll tell you what you could see here from East Bow before the half. They may try to maybe run a reverse pass or something. So for the Eagles, you can't fall asleep on the back end.
No.
Now the clock will
Secondary's got to definitely stay awake.
15 seconds left here. East Bow not even out of the huddle.
Yeah,
they actually just take this one into the locker room. Yep, headsets are coming off over there on the far sideline, Coach. So 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is the end of the first half. And it is the East Bow Trojans with a 14-7 lead at the break. Again, they got the football to start the game, used half of the quarter, punched it in. Eagles answered, got the extra point. East Bow answered that score with one of their own to take the lead, got the 2-point conversion. They get the Eagles into a 4th and long situation, turn it over on down.
Right.
And East Bow runs out the clock here in the first half, and they go into the locker room with a 14-7 lead. We'll take a break, come back with some first half analysis, tell you about some scores from last night, maybe try to get some scores from tonight, and all that and more. Again, high school football game of the week, halftime here in Rosepine. East Bow leads 14-7.
Healthcare is so important. That's why choosing the right pharmacy is just as important as seeing the right doctor. You want someone who treats you and your family just like family. Thrifty Way Pharmacy right here in Leesville is just that place. Thrifty Way Pharmacy is locally owned and operated by a caring and knowledgeable staff that will treat you and your family just like family. Thrifty Way cares for our community. Come home. Come to Thrifty Way Pharmacy. Thrifty Way Health Mart, caring for you and about you. Thrifty Way, your hometown choice.
Answer the call. Become an EMT in 12 weeks. Acadian Ambulance and the National EMS Academy are looking for dedicated people just like you to join their upcoming EMT class. With convenient hybrid training, you can become a certified medic and start saving lives. EMT positions are open right here in central Louisiana and across our 4-state service area. This isn't just a job, it's a calling. Seats are limited, so don't wait. Visit becomeamedic.com to get started. That's becomeamedic.com.
Buying, selling, or refinancing your home? Let the Rethink Title Company work for you. Have a commercial real estate transaction? We can do that too. With over 35 years experience as a full-service real estate title company, we strive to provide personal attention and efficient results throughout the entire settlement process, giving you peace of mind. Give us a call at 337-404-4060 or stop by our office at 116 East Lula Street in Leesville. The team at Rethink Title are proud supporters of our area students and athletes and wish the best of luck on their future endeavors.
I just opened my student checking account at Barksdale Federal Credit Union, and it was so easy. No minimum deposit, free debit card with reward points, and they waived my monthly fee for just showing my proof of enrollment. Even my younger siblings can open one with a parent. If you're a student, you've got to check this out. Score more perks. Open your student checking at Barksdale Federal Credit Union today. Check them out at bfcu.org.
Must be under the age of 25 and enrolled in school. Minors must have a joint parent or guardian on the account. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you're looking for real hickory smoked pit barbecue, look no further than the Hickory Smokehouse. We're talking brisket, ribs, chicken, and sausage. The Hickory Smokehouse is barbecue done right. Hungry? From lunch to dinner, dining in, or getting it to go, the Hickory Smokehouse has you covered. From mouth-watering barbecue to other delicious menu items like fried catfish, shrimp, barbecue stuffed baked potatoes, po' boys, sandwiches, salads, and the best chicken and sausage gumbo in town. The Hickory Smokehouse, the best real hickory smoked pit barbecue in West Central Louisiana.
Football season at Benoit Motors, we're here to help you avoid the fumble and cheer every drive with unbeatable deals across all your favorite brands. Nissan, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Chevrolet, and GMC. Whether you're looking for a tough Ram to tackle any job, a sleek Nissan to drive the field, or a Ford or Chevy ready to rush through your day, Benoit Motors has the winning lineup. Don't drop the ball on savings. Our prices are touchdown worthy and our service is championship level. So gear up and head to Benoit Motors and let's make this season one to cheer about. BuyBenoit.com. With Benoit, every drive's a victory.
With Champion Homes Leesville, you'll always be on the winning team. Champion offers high-quality HUD-manufactured homes at less than half the average price of new site-built homes. No need to wait either. Very efficient off-site construction techniques help you get your new Champion home faster than ever. Visit championhomes.com to search through their signature models like Bourbon, Creole, Pelican, and the Orleans. These are just a few of their top models. Then select Request Info to be connected to one of their many statewide retailers near you. Champion Homes, building up Louisiana one home at a time.
Sports is all about team building. Winning's the goal, but the real learning experience is becoming a team member. And each young athlete is part of the team. From front desk reception to hygienist and orthodontist to family practice dentistry, their team salutes our young athletes on their teams. All sports, all teams, go team. West Louisiana Dental, 103 Bellevue in Leesville.
This is District 30 State Senator Mike Reese, and I'd like to wish our area teams the best of luck as they strive to bring home a state championship. I would like to congratulate all of our student athletes for their excellence on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. I'm a proud supporter of all of our area teams, bands, cheerleaders, and dance lines. Best of luck to all of our area teams from your District 30 State Senator Mike Reese.
Great food, great drinks, and a great time? You're sure to find all that and maybe more at Double D Steakhouse in DeRidder. Open daily at 11 a.m. They are ready to serve you juicy burgers, delicious chicken dishes, and cut daily certified Angus beef steaks, all cooked over a mesquite grill. Complement your entree with a loaded baked potato, some steamed veggies, or any of their many side selections. Watch your favorite sports teams on one of their mini TVs while enjoying an ice-cold draft beer or one of their many popular drink specials. Double D Steakhouse, located on Highway 171 in DeRidder, for great food, great drinks, and a great time.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
Hello, this is Sheriff Sam Kraft. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to protecting and serving all citizens of Vernon Parish. Senior citizens need our protection and our watchful eyes. Adult taxpayers deserve law and order, and our youth need encouragement and support in order to succeed. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office will continue to work with area law enforcement agencies to provide a safe and wholesome environment for all of our families. We are proud to serve Vernon Parish and to call it home.
It's fall on the Bend, the perfect time to enjoy the great outdoors on Toledo Bend. Sabine River Authority invites you to head to Toledo Bend. Enjoy waterfront cabins at Cypress Bend Park or RVing at Pleasure Point and San Miguel Parks. There's plenty to do along Louisiana's largest waterway. Fish, boat, swim, and barbecue. Sabine River Authority, managing Louisiana's recreation destination. And this holiday season, plan a visit to Cypress Bend Park for festive holiday lights along the Bend. Sabine River Authority brings Toledo Bend to life.
Dale Peterson, pharmacist, and the staff at Rosepine Family Pharmacy are proud supporters of the Road to the Championships. Rosepine Family Pharmacy knows that the combination of academics and athletics help young people become well-adjusted citizens. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 337-462-0177. Serving the community since 1985, choose your hometown pharmacy to fill your prescription needs.
Choctaw Pines Casino, your place for fun.
Welcome to Cutter Sports Bar, where every play is a win and the food is unbeatable. Enjoy a quick bite from our new value menu or choose from one of our hometown favorite dishes. It's flavor you can bet on. And don't miss karaoke every Thursday night from 6 to 11 p.m. Cutter Sports Bar, an all-around slam dunk.
Choctaw Pines Casino, your place for fun.
Must be 21.
Barksdale Federal Credit Union cares about you and your finances. That's why we offer free tools, like free financial counseling, free access to your credit score with monitoring tools and goal settings, and a free money management tool so you can see all of your accounts in one place, even from other banks. Offering more for over 70 years at Barksdale Federal Credit Union. Barksdale Federal Credit Union, celebrating 70 years. Federally insured by NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent David Heyman is your go-to agent in Leesville for service you deserve at the price you want. So try combining home and auto today. State Farm agent David Heyman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 337-239-9999 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to underwriting requirements.
Football. Ready, break.
KVVP Leesville, DeRidder, Fort Polk. Today's Country 105.7.
Gotta love that chicken from Popeyes. No one makes that crispy New Orleans-style chicken and fresh, fluffy biscuits like Popeyes. You don't need a special occasion to enjoy the great New Orleans taste of Popeyes chicken. Or maybe it's seafood you're craving. It's great anytime for any meal. Gotta love that chicken and seafood from Popeyes. Popeyes, located in Leesville and Oakdale. Now open till 11.
Some call it over-planning. At Shawson Gas, we call it foresight. Be prepared for the next power outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Generac, it's not just a generator, it's a power move. Be prepared this hurricane season and call Shawson Gas at 337-239-2719 to get in line for your new Generac home standby generator. Financing available. Shawson Gas, located at 1107 South 5th Street in Leesville. Ask about their monitoring services for generators and propane tanks.
The Vernon Parish Community Health Center, located at 298 Nolan Trace Parkway in Leesville, strives to provide comprehensive health care for everyone, offering medical and mental health services along with an on-site pharmacy. To schedule an appointment or for more information, contact them at 337-392-0110 or visit them on the web at www.icchc.org. With the Vernon Parish Community Health Center, located here in Leesville, you're never far from quality hometown care.
This is State Representative Charles Owen. I'd like to wish the players, coaches, and managers of the Rosepine Eagles every success in the 2025 football season. I know you've worked hard in the offseason, and your hard work and dedication are about to pay off for you in this new year. Your effort will make your community, your family, and your classmates at Rosepine High proud, and you will earn the success you find on the playing field. Thank you for your efforts, and go Eagles.
S. Keel Leesville Flooring is a proud supporter of the Rosepine High School Eagles athletic and academic programs and salutes all their achievements. S. Keel Leesville Flooring knows that a healthy combination of academics and athletics helps our young people become productive citizens. Visit their showroom at 248 Alexandria Highway in Leesville or call them at 238-2888. From carpet to tile, you can have your home looking great in no time. That's S. Keel Leesville Flooring, making your house a home, one floor at a time.
Weaver Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership, 603 South Margaret Avenue in Kirbyville, Texas, is the dealership for you. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, they're only a short, scenic drive across the Sabine River from west central Louisiana. A great sales team working to provide you a great price followed by great service. That's Weaver Motors, Kirbyville, serving the area since 1974. Call them at 409-423-4623. That's 409-423-4623. Worth the drive.
Hello, I'm Jacob McKee, owner of McKee Agency, and we're here to kick off the football season with peace of mind. At McKee Agency, we know the game isn't just about touchdowns. It's about protecting your team, too. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, we've got the coverage you need to stay ahead of the game. Our expert agents are here to help you tackle any challenge so you can focus on cheering for your favorite team. Score big with McKee Agency, your choice for insurance. Call us today and get a free quote, 337-238-2832. Because every play counts, and so does every policy. McKee Agency, where protection is our game plan.
Are you looking for the perfect mix for seafood, burgers, and everything in between? Look no further than the Catfish Hut in DeRidder. Open Tuesday through Saturday, serving up freshly cooked fish, shrimp, and oysters that will make your mouth water. You can dive into the fresh salad bar that is prepared daily, or you can check out some of their daily lunch specials every weekday. Planning a celebration? Catfish Hut has a large party room that is perfect for birthdays, reunions, meetings, and so much more. Swing by and grab a bite to eat any Tuesday through Saturday. That's Catfish Hut in DeRidder, where great food and good times await.
Back here at McKee McCain Stadium, where it is halftime, and the visiting East Beauregard Trojans lead the Rosepine Eagles 14-7 at the break. The Purple Pride Band just provided the fans with some halftime entertainment. They are now off the field. Both teams back in their stretch lines, getting ready to start the second half. And again, it was a quick first half. Just a couple of possessions each for both teams. Actually, 3 for East Beau. If they had that last possession, just took it into the locker room. But we'll start you from the top. East Beau won the toss, took the football, and just like they wanted to do on the road, came into Rosepine and set the tone with a opening drive for a touchdown. The key play on that first drive, a 4th and 7 conversion. That was Donovan Carter with a 10-yard catch. Made a couple of guys miss there on that 4th and 7. A couple plays later, it would be Donovan Carter from 2 yards out. Put the East Beau Trojans on the board first. They went for 2. First time was a horse collar penalty, so they got another crack at it and unable to get it on the second try. They took half of the quarter, 6:36 to play in the first. It was East Beau 6, Rosepine nothing. Rosepine would take over at their own 35 for their first offensive possession. Key play in that one, a 29-yard catch and run by Barrett Cootie, and then a couple of plays later, a 16-yard touchdown catch by Austin Lonsberry from Slay Gardner. Extra point was good, so with 3:02 remaining in the first quarter, Rosepine took a 7-6 lead. East Beau got it at their own 50, took it into the second quarter, a 5-yard touchdown run by Dakota Strother. The 2-point try was good. Donovan Carter with the 2-point run with 7:25 to play in the half. East Beau retook the lead 14-7. Rosepine got it back at their own 47. Had a 15-yard run by Daxton Wagster, but then a couple of negative plays, a penalty. Got them back in a 4th and 14 situation deep into East Beau territory. They turned it over on downs on an incomplete pass. And with 3:39 remaining, East Beau took over and took it into the locker room, converted a 4th and 1, and then just ran the clock the rest of the way. So at halftime, they lead it 14-7. Coach, Got you back in here. Like we said at the beginning of the game, at the onset, we said that the possessions were probably going to be minimal for Rosepine. They needed to capitalize on all of them, be efficient. They were on their opening drive, but then when they trailed 14-7, they kind of ran into a couple of negative plays, had a penalty that backed them up even further, and unable to convert. And
I mean, we had 2 possessions, and they had 3. Nobody's punted. Really, nobody has stopped.
No, there's like
the other team except for us stopping ourselves.
Yep, had the penalty, but like the only third, there hadn't really been a third and long. There's been, like I said, there's been 4th and longs, and East Poe just happened to convert theirs, but they've had a couple of plays where they've given a second and third effort.
Right.
That's been the difference. Look, but if you're Rosepine, you're going to get the ball to start the second half. You got to go and score.
Got to go score.
If you don't score, I mean, obviously in a 14-7 game, you're not in the danger zone a half, but if you don't score, you're in the danger zone because East Poe's going to take it.
They're going to keep it.
They may not want to score, but they may want to run 8 minutes off the clock, and even if they do that, that would be a success.
Yep.
So we'll see. It'll be the Eagles getting it first. We'll take a 30-second timeout, come back, and have kickoff of the second half here at McKee-McCain Stadium. East Poe 14, Rosepine 7, and getting it right after this on the high school football game of the week.
Healthcare is so important. That's why choosing the right pharmacy is just as important as seeing the right doctor. You want someone who treats you and your family just like family. Thrifty Way Pharmacy right here in Leesville is just that place. Thrifty Way Pharmacy is locally owned and operated by a caring and knowledgeable staff that will treat you and your family just like family. Thrifty Way cares for our community. Come home. Come to Thrifty Way Pharmacy. Thrifty Way Health Mart, caring for you and about you. Thrifty Way, your hometown choice.
Back here at McKee-McCain Stadium, got an update from Kinder. Kinder leads 20-0 over Boyles. Coach Justin Reed has apparently given the ref the business. They ran off the last second of the half. Should have been one left. Boyles threw an incompletion on their own 35, so Coach Reed trying to steal a possession for the locker room. He doesn't get it, but the Yellow Jackets just 2 quarters away from a perfect season and a district title over there in Kinder. And again, that was a team that made it to the quarters last year, ultimately failed to Union Parish, who was basically like the Buffalo Bills of Division III football. They'd made it to the Dome like 5 straight years, so looking to take that next step this year, and he's got the team to do it, especially quarterback Isaiah Thomas. Coach, that's a heck of a player. Coming in here last year as a sophomore, he's took the leap. Here in Rosepine, though, the Eagles will get it, trailing 14-7. They are looking to get their first win of the season in their last opportunity to do it. East Poe trying to get some revenge from last year when the Eagles were able to get their first win. East Poe only played 9 games this year, so they're 2-6. They do not want to be the team to give the Eagles their first win. Again, this was a district rivalry to go back when I was playing.
Right.
And then even when they dropped to 1A, we were still playing them, just as far as, proximity.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, look at their crowd.
Yeah, they're still showing up. That's one thing you can say.
10th game of the year, and the stands are full.
And that's going to be a return here for the Eagles, a pretty good one at that, and I believe that's Josh Robinson.
I've said all year they need to put him at running back.
Yeah, look, he looked like one there as he gets it up across the 40. And you would think on senior night, then at the running back position, you might want to maybe throw him a bone, as you've seen senior linemen get carries or whatnot. And the Eagles will start at their own 41, but good field position here for Slade Gardner in the offense, trailing 14-7. Yeah, I think, Coach, when the issue is scoring and moving the football consistently and finishing, you might want to throw an athlete in there, maybe give them a touch or two.
Yeah.
Play action. Gardner looking to throw. He'll throw it out to the far sideline. It's caught by Cheney. Cheney spinning forward, carrying defenders with him. Reaching across. I think he should have the first down, depending on the spot. And a late flag comes in. And I think they may get Cheney for signaling first down.
Oh, now, that's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, come on.
Yeah, look, we're in game 10. To be fair, this game ain't going to matter in the grand scheme, but that was a heck of a play to get out of there and get the first down. And that's what they're going to call.
I mean,
I'll tell you what, I can turn on a game in New Orleans, and they celebrate in the end zone over there. I've seen some evangel scores this year where they would get flagged in the NFL, and they don't even throw the flag in high school, so that'll set the Eagles back 15 yards. But, Coach, I can look at it two ways. You've already gotten called for an unsportsmanlike on a touchdown. You got to be wary of the situation and know that they're going to call it tight. 2nd and 15. Wagster gets it, and he'll get the penalty yardage back. They actually,
5 of the
penalty yards because, they did get first down. They got 5 yards back to the original line of scrimmage. That's what we're going to call it.
And what's bad about the 15-yard penalty, it was a dead ball penalty. So
should have been.
That was 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that's kind of a double whammy. But like we said, you know that they've called one earlier. Yeah. You just got to be like, it is a ticky-tack call, but that's just the little things. The little things that keep you 0-9 or 0-10. Pocket breaks down on Gardner. He's rolling to the right. He's got a man out there, but Coach, I'm shocked. That's going to be a first down, but I am shocked that no lineman went down the field on that play.
Yeah.
Because Slay felt the pocket kind of breaking down. They get it out over there. I believe that was Cootie on the catch. But I was mainly looking, and no lineman went down the field. So a good play, a heads-up play by the lineman to kind of hang in there, and a great play by Slay Gardner to just kind of free himself up and make a good throw. 1st and 10, Eagles into Trojan territory. Wagster gets it, nice burst. He's going to have the first down and fall forward for a little bit more as he crosses the 35-yard line. Looks like they may mark him right at the 35 or just inside of it.
Yeah, for a young guy that hasn't run the ball very much this year.
Like he knows what he's doing back there.
Yeah, that's right. He's reading the holes.
Yeah.
Linemen are driving and people off the ball.
And again, he's small enough to where he can kind of hide behind those guys, and the burst of speed is clearly there. So 1st and 10, Eagles on the move. Ball at the 35. They'll pitch this one out, and that's Barrett Cootie. He trucks one of the defenders and falls forward for a few more yards. Looks like he'll get to about the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 5. First time he's caught it in that jet motion pass play. Yeah. So chalk that up as another reception.
Cheney, but this time it was Barrett.
Yeah, nothing better than letting Barrett get a full head of steam and trying to wreak havoc on the defense. 9:44 to play here in the third quarter. Eagles first crack at it here in the second half, trailing by 7. They'll dump it out to Wagster. He's waiting on some blocks to develop, spins out of a tackle, and then he'll be tripped up a couple of yards shy of the first down marker. So it'll be 3rd and call it 3.5. 2 receivers to the near side. Cheney in the slot nearest to us. They'll go to the ground. Waxter with a nice cutback, spins out of a tackle. And finally pushed back, but not before he has another first down. But, yeah, Coach, kind of an elusive runner back here. And again, kind of a low center of gravity, so he's harder to bring down.
Yeah, he's like a little water bug.
Bouncing around back there and picking up another first down. Again, Eagles been at the running back position already, and he's kind of carried the load here. And another first down for the Eagles. Clock moves under 9 minutes here in the third quarter. Cheney in the slot nearest to us. Cootie to the far side. They'll throw that one in. Norris makes the catch. Makes a man miss, and he stood up, finally brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him at around the 11. I think he's going to have – let's see.
I think he'd be a yard short.
I was going to say, I think he might be about a yard short. I thought he was going to have it. Then I saw the line judge from the far side back up. 8:25 to play, but a good 9-yard gain there on first. Good to see Jacob secure the catch there. His first grab of the night. Cheney gets it on the pop pass going far side. Waiting on the cutback. And
he got enough for a first down.
He'll have the first, but I think he does a pretty good job of East Bowl kind of stretching it out.
Stretching it out.
Kind of kept waiting for the cutback. There really wasn't one there, but a good job to get the first. And now on the move are the Eagles again. The chains.
I think it's 1st and goal at the 7-yard line, Sean.
Yep. I think that's where the line judge nearest to us has it marked.
Once again, it's hard to see them lines with that.
Yeah, that grass hard to change.
Grass.
Got that moon out there. They'll go to the ground. Waxter, patient, cuts it back against the grain, and he'll spin inside of the 5.
I think he got it to the 1.
Yeah, it looks like they marked him at the 1-yard line.
On the half-yard line.
But again, that was designed.
We don't have to rush. We don't have to rush.
Quickly they go. Gardner in the gun. They'll go to Waxter again. He cuts it back and into the end zone for the touchdown. Coach, yeah, they kind of scrambling there. The only thing you hope doesn't happen is a false start. Eagles get set. Waxter runs it in from a yard out, and the Eagles an extra point away from tying this one up.
Go for Dose. Go for Dose.
I wasn't expecting to go for Dose.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was the final drive of the game, we'd go for Dose. Instead, it'll be Carter to line up for the extra point. Jackson, one of those seniors. He's already knocked one through. Low snap, but a great hold.
And a good kick.
Is good. Yeah, look, it was a little hectic operation last week. The hold was great. Placed down, and the kick is good. 7:27 to play in the third. Knotted up at 14 apiece. East Mo getting it right after this on the high school football game of the week.
Answer the call. Become an EMT in 12 weeks. Acadian Ambulance and the National EMS Academy are looking for dedicated people just like you to join their upcoming EMT class. With convenient hybrid training, you can become a certified medic and start saving lives. EMT positions are open right here in central Louisiana and across our 4-state service area. This isn't just a job, it's a calling. Seats are limited, so don't wait. Visit becomeamedic.com to get started. That's becomeamedic.com.
Back here at McKee-McCain Stadium, Dexton Waxter from a yard out punches it in, and then Jackson Carter knocks the extra point through. Can't emphasize enough how big that part of the game is tonight, because last week when you had Riker Blackman go down, you were kind of put in a tough spot there just a couple of days before the game, and it ended up, costing you a couple of points. This one tricky, but a nice play by Quibido as he fields that one on a tricky hop. East Bowl have good field position, but more importantly, the football, because that one could have got dicey. But, yeah, the hold there, a little bit shaky, or the snap, but the hold was great, and Carter knocked it nearly to the bus yard over there. So with 7:26 to play, East Bow takes over at their own 46 for their first drive of the half. They scored on their first 2 and then ran the clock out on their third to close out the first half. Like we said, if you're Rosepine, you got to get a stop because you hadn't been able to yet. The only thing that stopped East Bow last time was the clock. They'll toss this one far side. Scallon looking for some running room. He'll cut it back. Flag comes out, and he stood up at midfield. Coach could see a hold here.
Yeah, about time.
So it will be a hold. Coach, I don't understand, but I guess people think we're the PA announcer, too.
Yeah, I don't know. They see us with headsets on. I guess that's why.
Yeah, but, all it takes is a second. If you don't hear us over that, it's not us.
Yeah.
So that is a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, that helps.
On the Trojans.
We got to stop them here.
Yeah, because that play was probably going for – it would have went for about 5, close to midfield before Scallon was stood up. But the hold will bring it back to the 36. 10-yard penalty, 1st and 20 for the Trojans.
Here comes that counter.
And they were trying it, and Rosepine all over it there. They were getting ready. You could see it.
Hey, we got the ball, Sean.
And they do. The Eagles have it. That was Scallon trying to get the reverse, but I think the Eagles just took it out of his hand.
I think so, too.
Because from up here,
when you went to hand off,
you could see it develop. The ball never hit the ground. And the Eagles have it. It even shocked Austin over here to my left, Coach. He's Eagles ball there. And so disaster strikes. So with 6:49 to play, the Eagles are going to take over by far their best field position at East Bow's 36. Looking to take the lead here after the turnover. Play action. Gardner looking to throw. He heaves one up. He's hit as he throws, but he's got a man wide open and tipped and caught for the touchdown.
I think it's Lonsberry again.
And that is Austin Lonsberry over there on the far side. Again, a tip drill. That was a pretty good job to recover by the quarterback. Tough luck as the ball tips right up. And Lonsberry gets his second of the night. Had a couple of touchdowns 2 weeks ago at home against Winfield, or 3 weeks ago. And just like that, the Eagles strike first. A 36-yard touchdown has them out in front, 20-14 with the extra point pending. Snap good, hold is down, and Jackson Carter is in a groove tonight as he knocks that one through the uprights. One play, 36 yards. Eagles have the lead to capitalize on the East Bow fumble. They lead it 21-14. You're listening to the high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
Buying, selling, or refinancing your home? Let the Rethink Title Company work for you. Have a commercial real estate transaction? We can do that too. With over 35 years experience as a full-service real estate title company, we strive to provide personal attention and efficient results throughout the entire settlement process, giving you peace of mind. Give us a call at 337-404-4060 or stop by our office at 116 East Lula Street in Leesville. The team at Rethink Title are proud supporters of our area students and athletes and wish the best of luck on their future endeavors.
So the Eagles defense forces a turnover, and one play later, Rosepine takes the lead. 36-yard touchdown catch by Austin Lonsberry, his second of the night. Had one in the first half from 16 yards out.
Yeah.
And the extra point again, Carter has been grooving them, Coach. 21-14, they now have the lead over East Bow. They'll kick this one fairly deep and fielded nicely there by Carter. He's got some running room. He's up to the 45 to midfield, across midfield into Eagle territory, still on his feet. No whistle blown yet. Crosses the 40, and East Bow just like that. Back into good field position. A lot of kind of standing around there for the Eagles. It didn't look like they were quick to the football, and credit Donovan Carter, who's looked pretty elusive here for the Trojans tonight. Last week had 62 yards and a score against the Lions. But now that East Bow plays from behind, Coach, I don't look for him to have any sense of urgency because, again, they got good field position. There's plenty of time. They'll start from Rosepine's 39 after the decent return. That was Carter that got him in good field position, and here they go. After the turnover, they'll take over. They'll toss it near side, cutting it back up against the grain. They wing back over there on that far side. I'll try to get you a number eventually. Trying to see who came out of that pile there. I think that might have been Strother that time.
Yeah, I think so, Sean.
He's been the guy over there. There's been about four or five of them carrying the rock tonight. Fullback will get a touch. Two wingbacks obviously carrying the load. Seen the quarterback run it. And that was Dakota Strother. And this is going to be Carter. And Donovan Carter, just kind of a quick hitter there. As you see the immediate handoff by Carter Causey, he just kind of turns into a lead blocker.
Right.
So a few yards there, and it'll set up a third and about 6.
We got to get a big stop right here. At least make it 4 and long.
And one thing that East Bow hasn't done yet, Coach, if you're Rosepine defensively, they haven't really tried to go hard count.
Right.
So it's coming eventually. And
we have jumped off sides many times this year on that hard count.
We'll see if the Eagles can hold their water here. Ball's at the 35-yard line. They'll toss it, coming near side, and they string this one out pretty good. Maybe, I'm going to say, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And Wagaman comes out of the pile there. Yeah, that was Strother again.
They better not celebrate too much. We'll get another 15-yarder.
Again, ref's been trigger happy there with the flag tonight on the celebration. So now it'll be 4th and 6. Ball's at the 40 or the 35-yard line of Rosepine.
Key the ball, guys. Don't give up no easy 5 yards.
Clock moves with 4:24 to play here in the third quarter. 4th down and 6.
Then twins.
2 receivers to the far side. We may see him throw it over there. Ozzie looking to throw. Pressure bearing down. He zips it over the middle and incomplete. Eagles are all over that. Double coverage out there.
Yeah.
Hunter Glaze out there. And that'll be a turnover on downs. So with 4:09 to play, the Eagles will take over. So the Eagles take over at their own 35. And look, Coach, if you're Rosepine, you just might want to take your time here and bleed some clock.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to punch it in and go up a couple of scores, but you want to use some clock because the one thing Eastbo has not done in their last 2 drives is use the clock.
Right, exactly.
37 seconds on the first drive of the half, and then this most recent one, 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Go into the air, Rosepine, double pump, and Jacob Norris can't come up with it over the middle. He had some space. Takes a shot there, but he should have held on.
Hit him right in the hands. Golly, that was a pretty pass.
Yeah, great throw. And look, Slay had options. He had 2 guys kind of behind him. Cheney down here, the nearest to us, was behind his man. But, yeah, that was a great throw right there over the seam as Norris unable to hang on to that one. 2nd down and 10. 4 minutes, 1 second to play here in the third quarter. Score update from Leesville. The Wampus Cats at the half was all over Lagrange, 35-0.
Oh, big hole.
Wagster has the first
big
down.
hole.
He wasn't touched, Coach, until he got to the sticks.
I know.
And Daxton Wagster moves the chains for the Eagles. He is settling in back here at running back again, kind of basically one of the last few standing back there at running back, but .340 to play, 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Wagster has to evade a man in the backfield. Now he's looking to get the outside. He's got it. And he'll cross midfield. A nice job. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage as soon as he got it. But again, the elusiveness of Daxton, able to move it into Eastbo territory. Ball's at the 49. A nice gain there on 1st down again.
Yeah, he had to dodge one of his linemen that was being pushed back, and he made a great run.
Yeah, good balance to kind of keep himself up. And then, again, he's able to gain some acceleration pretty quickly once he gets going. Cootie in the slot to the far side. Going deep. Gardner's got a man down there. It's Cheney. He's got some space. A great catch. Stays on his feet. 10-5. Touchdown, Eagles. And Brennan Cheney, a highlight grab. Climbs the ladder. Makes the catch over the defender. Keeps his balance. And into the end zone he goes.
47 yards, Sean.
Slay Gardner's 3rd touchdown pass of the night. This one goes to Brennan Cheney in a very athletic grab. And again, kept his balance, stayed up, and found paint. 27-14. Eagles into the end zone and awaiting the extra point. Snap down, hold is good, and the kick is through. Eagles now lead Eastbo 28-14, 2:54 to play. Here in quarter number 3, you're listening to the high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
I just opened my student checking account at Barksdale Federal Credit Union, and it was so easy. No minimum deposit, free debit card with reward points, and they waived my monthly fee for just showing my proof of enrollment. Even my younger siblings can open one with a parent. If you're a student, you've got to check this out. Score more perks. Open your student checking at Barksdale Federal Credit Union today. Check them out at bfcu.org.
Must be under the age of 25 and enrolled in school. Minors must have a joint parent or guardian on the account. Federally insured by NCUA.
Back here at McKee McCain Stadium, the Eagles, a couple of quick strikes here in the second half. They now lead it 28-14 over the East Beauregard Trojans. Again, tied at 14 at the half. Eagles have scored couple of times here in the second half. Now on the kickoff, Scallon with the return. He'll get it up across the 30. Looks like they'll mark him around the 32. I'm sorry, it was not tied at half. It was 14-7.
Yeah.
I was looking at my notes. I'm in the dark here, and I've got 14-14.
Yeah,
end of half was 14-7.
Yeah,
they scored on 3 straight.
21 points in the third
They're
quarter.
lighting the scoreboard up. That's actually, there is no doubt the most points scored in a quarter this season. But, yeah, I had end of half. Look, we're sitting in the dark here, and I've got 14-14, big and bold. But right above it, I have end of half, 14-7. So that's my bad. But it is 28-14, 21 points here in the third quarter, and it's come quickly. And now Eastbo takes over at their own 32. They are in a hole now. They'll go to the ground, spinning out of a tackle. A couple of bodies on the ground back here near the line of scrimmage. It's chaos on the offensive and defenve line. But
that sure looked like somebody tackled one of our players.
Yeah, he was sandwiched on top of him there. So a 3-yard gain. Ball sits at the 35-yard line. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to play. Receiver split out near us. They'll go to the ground. Strother plows forward to pick up a couple more. Late flag comes in. I think that one might be on East Bow as the far sideline got a little extracurricular going on. But we'll see. 28-6. Kinder leads now. Coach, they got the NBA Cup going on in basketball. You know, they've got that thing where they just play $1 million. Look at the court here in Minnesota. Coach, that hurts your eyes.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's a lime green, about as lime green as it gets. And that penalty is on East Bow.
No,
I'm sorry, on Rosepine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you could see something kind of developing after the whistle there on the far sideline. And I believe they said number 6.
I don't know.
It's unnecessary roughness, but the ball is moved into Rosepine territory at the 49, and that's one thing you can't have, leading 28-14. Play action, go into the air. Causey feels some pressure, and that's going to be a big
That's a horse collar.
Yeah, that is about as textbook of a horse collar as it gets. As that's the dangerous kind of play. Is I don't care if the fans in the stands like it. That's as textbook of a horse collar as it gets. That was Levi Kennedy. And I think Levi's dad down here a couple rows to my right. That is 100% about as horse collar as it gets.
Now the other one, no. But that one, oh, yeah, definitely.
And that's the kind that's real dangerous. And
you've
got to be thankful that Causey's leg didn't snap in half there, because that's kind of why they got that play out of the
right.
Out of the rule book.
Oh, yeah, there was so many injuries happening because of that.
Yeah, your
type of tackle.
Your body turns into a scary position there. You're going forward and your momentum's taken away. But good thing to see. Causey pops right back up. So, and before we can have a first down play, we'll have another whistle here. I don't think anybody called timeout.
I think it's the chains. I think they're messed up.
Yeah,
I think one of the players ran into it a while ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't see there it is.
Bent it all up.
Yeah, there ain't a whole lot holding that thing together.
No.
Ball moves deeper into Rosepine territory. Again, nice play by Kennedy. He did everything right but the finishing move there.
Exactly.
Now the ball at the Rosepine 38. East Bow has it with 90 seconds left in the quarter. 1st and 10. They'll go to the air. Looking to throw. They got a man out there. He's got behind the secondary. Catch is made. And down inside the 5-yard line over there on the far side. Again, getting behind the secondary.
And that's one of our better cover guys. That's Robinson, out there.
He hadn't let a whole lot get behind him at that time. Trip Quibido makes a great catch. He had to kind of adjust to the football. And it is a 1st and goal 33-yard gain, I believe.
Yeah.
Coach. By number 33. They'll hand it off. Strother looking for running room on the far sideline. He's tripped up. And he'll be tripped up at about, looks like they'll mark him at the 3. Good job by the Eagles to stretch that one out.
Right.
But, yeah, and inching ever closer to the end zone are the Trojans. They trail by 14. Again, plenty of time left, but if you think about it, Rosepine's kind of aided a couple of plays on this drive with a couple of 15-yard penalties. Then they give up the big pass play there on the far side by a pretty solid corner all season. You said it. If there's going to be an all-district guy, it's Josh Robinson's going to be one of them at corner. They'll hand it back off and into the end zone for the touchdown, and now late flags come in after the play is over, getting chippy out there. So it's going to be after the play. I think they're going to call it a touchdown. But we'll see what the laundry is. I was trying to get the number of the touchdown.
Donovan Carter with the touchdown.
That was Carter. That is his second. Yeah, I saw something developing over there again on the far side near the pylon. Yeah. So if it stands, it'll be Carter's second from 3 yards out this time. He scored from 2 yards out last time in the opening score of the game.
Right.
So the officials get together. White hat over there on the far side is trying to figure out what he saw. Everybody threw the flag if they had one. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Rosepine at the moment leads 28-14, but Eastbo for the moment has scored. And if it's taken this long.
Well, yeah, I don't know what they're discussing. I mean, either he knows what he threw the flag for or.
There we go. Let's see if we can hear. Listen.
Unless he picked it up.
There were 2 of them. Here we go. Any day now. So it's only one way. The touchdown does count. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Gage Hooks. So getting chippy,
And now they're going to come and ask Coach Weldon whether he wants the penalty now or on the kickoff. I take it now.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's going to do. They're going to mark it off because, again, you make this a lot harder. Instead of a 7 points, instead of a 2-point try and making it a 6-point game, you still make them try for 2, but it's way back there now. So the touchdown does count.
I mean, it's pretty obvious they're going to throw the ball.
The one thing you can't have is a penalty, interference, or, anything after the play.
And like you said, Sean, we gave them 30 yards.
Yep, at least 30 on penalties. An unsportsmanlike and in the horse collar. They do hit the big 30-yard play, and they'll go for 2 from way back here near us. Pocket breaking down on Kazi. Still looking down the field. He'll set up, heave one down, tipped up, and that's a good job there. Instead of panicking and trying to catch the tip drill, Eagles break it up in the back of the end zone, so the 2-point try fails. The Eagles lead by 8 with 17 seconds left in the quarter, 28-20. Listening to the high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
When you're looking for real Hickory Smoked Pit Barbecue, look no further than the Hickory Smokehouse. We're talking brisket, ribs, chicken, and sausage. The Hickory Smokehouse is barbecue done right. Hungry? From lunch to dinner, dining in, or getting it to go, the Hickory Smokehouse has you covered. From mouth-watering barbecue to other delicious menu items like fried catfish, shrimp, barbecue stuffed baked potatoes, po' boys, sandwiches, salads, and the best chicken and sausage gumbo in town. The Hickory Smokehouse, the best real hickory smoked pit barbecue in West Central Louisiana.
So the Eagles hold Eastbo out on the 2-point try again. An unsportsmanlike penalty made that try a lot harder for the Trojans. Eagles break it up in the back of the end zone. They lead 28-20, 17 seconds left in the third. Rosepine getting it back here.
The front line needs to be ready for that onside kick.
Yeah, Rosepine's been able to score on every drive this half.
Yeah.
The only thing is, if you don't recover, you're giving them a short field. So
right.
But, yeah, that drive there, a big play, a 33-yard catch by Troop Quibido, but, again, aided by 30 yards worth of Rosepine penalties and unsportsmanlike conduct. And then a horse collar tackle. They do kick it deep this time. And that's going to be Robinson, I believe. Ball comes out, and we'll see who has it.
I think we jumped on it.
I think a Rosepine Eagle did fall on it, but my goodness, playing with fire there, and it was coming out of that pile.
That was Carter.
I think that's Glaze. I think 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, now Hunter Glaze comes out of there. Oh, it fell right to him.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a break or something to go your way if you're Rosepine, we talked about it. We've talked about it several times. You kind of got to make your own luck because you're not just going to have things fall your way when you're desperate for a win. Ball bounces right back to you. Near disaster avoided. Rosepine takes over at their own 35. Gardner hands it to Daxton Wagster. Good burst, and he's got the first down up near midfield. The ball came out.
Guy pulled the ball out.
Beauregard has it.
His arms.
Yeah, ripped it out, and now they'll get together. The White Hat. The East Beauregard offense or the defense is off the field.
They
give it to Rosepine. Yeah,
they claimed that his knee was down.
And, yeah, that ball did come out, but you could tell Wagster was kind of falling forward and sliding across the grass. So a break, back-to-back plays.
Well, they're going to discuss it now. It's no use to even talk to the people over there because they didn't see the play.
So that is the end of the quarter. I was wondering why everybody was going to the side. So it'll stay with the Rosepine. We'll take a 30-second timeout. End of the quarter. Rosepine dodges a couple of bullets. They lead by 8, trying to hang on here in the last 12 minutes. It's high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
This football season, don't fumble your chance. We've got unbeatable deals at Benoit Motors. We're your one-stop touchdown spot for Nissan, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Chevrolet, and GMC, and so much more. Whether you're calling the plays with a rugged Ram, driving a Nissan that's ready to blitz, or cruising in a Chevy or Ford built to dominate the road, we've got the lineup that scores every time. No interceptions here, just game-winning prices and customer service that makes you want to cheer. BuyBenoit.com. Huddle up and head over to Benoit Motors today.
At the 50, Sean.
Back here, Coach.
What he was talking about.
Giving the rest the business here, and he's got to apologize to
Well, I told we was right there at the 50.
Eagles trying to hang on here for the final 12 minutes to pick up their first win of the season here in Week 10. 0-9 coming in. Same scenario as last year. Desperate for a win.
I remember last year, East Beauregard was driving to.
Yeah, they had to make a stop
to take the lead, and we stopped them.
Yeah, that game last year was 0-0 at the half. 14-7 here in the first half this year. East Beau led. But Rosepine has scored on every drive out of the locker room. 3 for 3.
Yeah, East Beauregard coaches are not happy.
Yeah, look, right before, if you're just joining us, the play before was Daxton Wagster. Got a good burst. Ran for about 12 yards.
Look, he's averaging 10 yards a carry.
And look, the ball came out, but they did mark him down.
He ripped it out of his arms.
That was a pretty good play by the defender there because he was ripping at the football, but he didn't get it out quick enough as the signal down by contact. So that actually goes in favor of the Eagles. They're probably wondering where that call was last week against Quincy because it was definitely not a fumble last week. It'll be interesting to see to go back and watch the replay of this one tonight and see if that ball was out or not. But the Eagles have it. First down and 10. We start the fourth quarter. They start with the football and an 8-point lead, looking to add on. Good blitz pickup by Wagster. Rolling to his left, now heaving one up, and that one is tipped and intercepted, and the ball pops out. It's loose, and the Eagles are going to fall on it. I think that's Lonsberry that got on it. It'll be It'll be a first down.
Yes, indeed.
An interception, then a fumble, and a first down. Eagles have it. Just like you draw it up, Coach, that's a gain of about 30.
Gain of 40.
Man alive.
Yeah, that's the kind of play you tear up on the sideline, Sean.
Yeah, if you're East Bow, the ball has been in your hands potentially 3 plays in a row, and Rosepine somehow has it. So the INT fumbled, covered by Lonsberry.
Sean, we don't get many breaks, but you know what?
You've gotten every single one of them, and now the ball, I believe, is going to be at the 15-yard line of East Bow.
Because that was an ill-advised pass by Slade.
Threw it into triple coverage.
Yeah, he just threw it up there.
1st and 10 at the 15. They'll go back to Waxter, and that one, it looked like the entire left side of the line got caved in by East Bow as they are all over. And if you're the Trojans, you've had 3 straight opportunities. Right. You actually did get an interception on the third, but they've had fumble kickoff, fumble on first down, and then the interception that East Bow fumbled. And you just got to wonder, man, if it's not your night, it's not your night. Rosepine able to force the turnover back after the interception and actually get them a first down. 2nd down and 9. Eagles go to the air here. They'll throw this one out. Cootie makes the grab near side and trying to get out of a couple of tackles. He'll be tripped up just as he gets it over the 10-yard line to the 9.
Yeah, the guy that was guarding Lonsberry got away from Lonsberry and made the tackle before Lons could get a good block, even though we got 8 yards or 7 yards on the play.
Yeah, 3rd and 2. Looks like they are marking it at the 7.
Look, I'll take Barrett Cootie over any secondary guy anytime.
Yeah, he's bigger than the majority of those guys covering him out there. Looking to throw it now. Slade's going to tuck it and go. That's a pretty good decision. He hangs on to it. And I think they're going to mark him maybe at the 5. I don't know if he's got enough for the first.
It is a first down.
It is a first down. 1st and goal. Looks like he got the nose of the football right over the marker.
1st and goal at the 6.
Coach, that might have been a play by design there.
Yeah.
He tucked it pretty quickly.
He did.
As, again, kind of an RPO-type look, but heads-up play by Slade to hang on to it. 1st and goal from the 5. Looking to throw again. He'll swing this now far side.
Come on.
Let's Cheney quickly.
Run the ball.
Yeah, quickly swarms. Coach, you don't want to put it in danger too much. That one flipped out there to Cheney. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost about a half a yard or so. Game clock, 9:50 and counting here in the ball game. Rosepine leads 28-20. Trying to punch another one in and go up a couple of scores. East Bow trying to hang on for dear life and get a stop. Keep this a 1-score game. 2nd and goal. They'll pop this one to Cheney. Cuts it back against the grain. And no signal yet. Looks like they're going to mark him just shy of the end zone.
He got it to the 2.
And nearest line judge to us has him down at the 2. 3rd and goal. Yeah, Coach, look, I'd probably get in SWAT here and just run that thing right at the Trojans.
Yeah.
You kind of giving them a benefit here of going sideline to sideline. They're able to kind of stretch this out. 3rd down and goal from the 2. And just like that, Eagles in the SWAT formation. They'll hand it off and weaving his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Waxter gets his 2nd of the night. And the Eagles now lead it 34-20 with 8:55 to go. They'll line it up for the extra point. It's Carter back out there. And before that snap, they have some movement.
Yeah, I think it was offsides on these full guard number 26.
Yeah, trying to jump that snap there.
Hayden Wolfter. I'd go for 2.
I think they're going to just try to re-rack it here. Yeah, you'll make it a 15-point game if you can tack on this extra point. Operation's been pretty clean so far. They'll try it again. Just like that, a low snap, but the hold gets down, and that one's blocked. Coach, I didn't jinx that one. I don't think that's on me. It looked bad from the start.
Yeah.
So the first extra point of the night, the attempt is no good after the low snap. However, with 8:55 to play, Rosepine leads Eastbo 34-20, high school football game of the week.
Sports is all about team building. Winning's the goal, but the real learning experience is becoming a team member. And each young athlete is part of the team. From front desk reception to hygienist and orthodontist to family practice dentistry, their team salutes our young athletes on their teams. All sports, all teams, go team. West Louisiana Dental, 103 Bellevue in Leesville.
So the Eagles make it 4 for 4 on scoring drives here in the second half. That is the first failed extra point attempt. As again, on the one before the offsides penalty, the snap kind of went behind the holder. That one rolls to him and unable to get it down. Eagles can't finish off their fifth extra point attempt. They do lead it 34-20. This one's going to be fielded by Woofter. He's at the 45-yard line trying to get out of a couple of tackles. And he'll be dropped down there, Hayden Wolfster. And decent field position here for Eastbo, but the clock starting to become a factor for the Trojans, trailing by 14. A couple of penalties aided the Trojans' scoring drive on the last offensive possession. Also had a big play of 33 yards on the catch by Quibido. And here they'll start at the Eastbo 46. So, for all intents and purposes, Eastbo's average field position has been great in this game. And even the last couple of big kick deep, they've just had some pretty good returns. I'll pitch this one to Scallon. He's going far side. Jet motion. He was able to catch that one. That'll be a completed pass. But it's kind of a newer look instead of that long motion, kind of in that toss sweep motion formation. He kind of went jet across the formation, and they just tossed it to him. He had a couple of lead blockers and picked up about 5 yards on first down. Ball, it's just shy of midfield. But the clock obviously becoming a factor here for Eastbo. They're going to have to go quick. We talked about it in the pregame. This is not an offense that's going to line it up and just air raid it out. So if they're going to get it in chunks, they're going to have to do it.
Well, the secondary just can't let the receiver get by him. Just keep them in front of them.
Like go out wide here. They're throwing it again. Some pressure bearing down on Causey, and he's going to be tripped up. I think he might have gotten a yard. Depends on where they mark him. But, again, some good pressure coming off the edge for the Eagles.
Yeah, man, it's hard to see them numbers.
Yeah, it is. Coach, they need to be white with some purple on the outside, or purple with white and black trim. Let me design these uniforms. I can get us looking right.
Well, we got some new ones coming in next year, and they'll be able to see them a lot better.
Trojans will gain again. That was about a yard there. 3rd down and 9. It'll be a little read option. Causey able to get through the first line of defense, and he is grabbed before he could get to midfield.
Yeah, I don't think that was a very good play call there.
No, hadn't seen that yet.
No.
And again, it looks like he got an initial burst, but he was wrapped up quickly.
Well, when you're 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And
3rd and 9 becomes 3rd and 15.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you might gain 7 yards, but you really just end up with 1 yard.
7:20 and counting here in the ball game. Eagles lead by 14, 34-20. 4th down and 8 for the Trojans. This all pretty much, you could say this drive here for the ball game or to stay in it.
Right.
They go to the air. Causey drops back, heaves one up, and another great contested catch by Quibido. First down, Eastbo.
I understand that. I mean, all you got to do is run, and that's Sandoval.
Yeah, Sandoval that time.
A lot better than that.
Yeah, we've seen Sandoval. I still talk about the play he made against Westlake. Honestly, Coach, that's a pretty good throw and catch as well, but Quibido on 4th and 8 hauls in another one deep into Rosepine territory. And that was...
that was good for 35 yards.
He had a 33-yard catch drive ago, and now he's got the Trojans deep into Rosepine territory. Strother on the handoff, cuts it back and falling forward. He's got most of the yardage to gain there. He might see where they mark it. That's a good first down carry, but again, Coach, a fourth down. East Bow gets a big chunk, and they are still right in this game. They pick up 6.
And knowing that they're going to throw the ball. I mean,
Coach, it was one-on-one out there.
Yeah.
There wasn't a safety in sight, so honestly, Sandoval was kind of on an island. He did a good job. That was just kind of an individual play there. This one to Strother, and I don't know if that was designed to go to Strother or not, but what kind of jumping up from the start. He makes some lemonade out of some lemons there, and
all I know is they're using a lot of time.
6 minutes to go. It'll be third down.
Man.
I think it's third and goal.
Down.
First and goal. Okay, yeah, there was third, fourth. I say he got close to the yardage he needed.
I don't know why the clock is not running.
I know it would stop on a first down.
Yeah.
Did he get out of bounds over there, though?
No, he didn't get out of bounds. He didn't even come close to the out of bounds.
Well, there we go. Now we're winding the clock as the Whitehead almost throws his shoulder out of place there. I was thinking he didn't go out, but that could have been the only explanation. Oh, that was a dangerous play as that ball was popped up into the air. Shocked the Eagles couldn't come up with it, but it's going to be not a loss.
I don't know who shot through that gap.
Yeah, I don't know, but nearly forced a turnover there as the ball just kind of popped up into the air, but East Bow able to keep it. That could have been disaster here. It is a loss of about a yard or two. So second and goal. 5:25 and counting here in the ball game. Trojans bunch it up. They'll go to the up man. And still no whistle. Still no signal as the
blow the whistle.
Front line pushing him in. Still no whistle. My goodness, somebody got to blow one. And the touchdown is called. Coach, I guess they were just going to let them keep pushing the rugby scrum one way or the other, and the Trojans get it in for the score. I thought they'd blow it 20 seconds ago. That was the up man there on the touchdown. So the game is
we got
just like that. Still interesting. It's a big two-point conversion here. 34-26 at the moment. And that one
walked in.
It's going to be easily done. I think that was Causey on the keeper right there, Coach.
No, that was Carter.
Carter? Yeah. Causey kind of nonchalantly spun out of there, but Carter gets it in. And just like that, a quick strike from the Trojans, a fourth down conversion. Quibido with the big catch. A couple plays later, a touchdown and the two-point try. 34-28, Rosepine leads with 5:08 to play. You're listening to the high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
This is District 30 State Senator Mike Reese, and I'd like to wish our area teams the best of luck as they strive to bring home a state championship. I would like to congratulate all of our student athletes for their excellence on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. I'm a proud supporter of all of our area teams, bands, cheerleaders, and dance lines. Best of luck to all of our area teams from your District 30 State Senator Mike Reese.
Football. Ready, break. KVVP Leesville, DeRidder, Fort Polk. Today's Country 105.7.
5:08 to play here at McKee-McCain Stadium. A quick strike.
Need to be ready
by the East Bow Trojans, and now they're lining it up. Coach is counting those guys up on the front line. Looks like some hands team looking guys there. This one will be popped over their heads
and
out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
There you go.
So not very well executed there by the Trojans as they wanted to keep that one in the field of play. Goes out of bounds, and the Eagles will take over. No harm done there for Rosepine. And, again, they're hanging on to a 6-point lead here, Coach. 5:08 to play. One thing that can't happen, you don't want to go quickly.
Good field position.
Yeah, everything kind of working out in your favor. You'll get it at your own 45, will the Eagles.
We just need to run the ball, run the clock out.
Yeah, this is where you don't want to do anything crazy. I'll hand it to Wagster. That's been a good,
that's been a great idea. That's right.
And he picks up about 6 or 7 on first down. And again, that's been the moneymaker there for the Eagles.
Coach Gardner just needs to take his time.
Yeah, no need to rush here. Clock at 4:49. And that is exactly what they're doing. Is that play clock down to 15? Eagles in no hurry whatsoever. And this is Eastbo, kind of desperate here. They're going to try to get a stop, maybe get over aggressive. Hootie gets set out here, stack formation. They'll go back to the ground. Wagster, nice hesitation run. He's got a big hole. First down, and more. He's into the clear. 20, 15, 10. Oh, and he's tripped up. Saved a touchdown for the moment. That was a great play. Gage Hooks did not give up on the play. I thought Daxon was into the end zone. But for the moment, Gage Hooks has saved the touchdown, but a big gain. Wagster well over the 100-yard mark.
Go to that SWAT, Coach.
Yeah, and the Eagles will take their time here. Play clock at 17, game clock at 4:09. After the big 48-yard gain by Wagster, again, a touchdown-saving tackle for the moment.
That was a good burst of speed right there.
I didn't think he was going to be caught, Coach. Hook's able to hawk it down. They'll move Chaney in motion. They'll pop it to Chaney. If he can get a block, he's in. Cuts it up the field, and into the end zone he goes for the touchdown. That'll register as the 4th touchdown pass for Slade Gardner. Sometimes you got to get the cheap ones along with the hard ones.
That's right.
And he maybe threw that one a whole 5 feet in front of him. Chaney gets it in, gets into the end zone from a yard out. And Rosepine, 5 for 5 here in the second half. They have lit it up. And now they will go for 2, make it a 14-point game. They'll get in SWAT, which they may try to throw it to one of the linemen here. And instead they'll hand it. And no signal yet, and no good. Instead they went quick to one of the up men. 3:47 to play. Rosepine leads Eastbo 40-28. High school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
The best steakhouse in Leesville, you may ask? Why, that would be the Wagon Master Steakhouse, of course. Cut fresh daily certified Angus beef sirloins, ribeyes, fillets, and so much more. Tender, juicy steaks, chicken, burgers, or even some fried fish. With all the selections on their kid menus, even the pickiest little cowpoke in your family will have their taste buds satisfied. Enjoy one of their many ice-cold draft beer selections. Watch the game while chowing down on one of their delicious appetizers like a tumbleweed or some bacon-wrapped shrimp. Open daily at 11 a.m. Sure hope to see y'all soon at Wagon Master Steakhouse in Leesville.
Back here at McKee-McCain Stadium, the Eagles lead 40-28.
The only thing bad about that drive, Sean, we didn't eat that much clock.
No, that was a minute and about 13 seconds. And the Eagles will kick this one deep.
Stay in your lanes.
And that one returned by Scallon. And he's got a nice burst.
Oh,
and
there goes the horse collar.
That's either a horse collar or a face mask. You could see that one developing up here. And that has been the Eagles' issue tonight.
Boy, really.
They've had about 4 or 5 of those. And again, with a 12-point lead, you're okay, but you don't want to give up the free yards. And that's what's made the job for Eastbo a little bit easier on these last. We said it, they're not a quick strike offense, but when you give up some chunks on penalty yardage, and now it looks like this one may have cost an injury as well. Can't tell who's down on that far side. I'm assuming Scallon was the
Scallon who ran it.
So hopefully he's okay. We'll take an injury timeout. 3:39 to play here on the high school football game of the week.
Attention! Champion Homes Leesville is hiring skilled craftsmen to join their expanding team. Whether you're an electrician, plumber, welder, or mechanic, they have a spot for you. Benefits include company match 401k, paid vacation and holidays, medical, prescription, dental, vision, and life insurance. Still not convinced? Get this. They offer weekly production bonuses and a chance to be entered into weekly drawings of $500 with perfect work attendance. And you're eligible to purchase a Champion Home at retail cost after 1 year of employment. Don't overthink it. Visit championhomes.com to apply today.
Back here at Key McCain Stadium, still down over there, Scallon. Hopefully he's okay. Again, just that's kind of why that play, has been outlawed. Just dangerous, as at the moment, still hadn't really seen any movement over there. Again, join us on Tuesday for the Gridiron Gumbo Show. Again, we'll break this game down along with the rest of the games in the area. Playoff brackets will be out this weekend, Sunday, I believe. So we will know where a few of the teams in the area will be, whether it's home or away. I got a feeling Leesville will be at home as they'll win again tonight. They were safely in a home playoff spot there before the game tonight. Again, we will see where they finish at and who they will play. Dragons finished up last night losing to Iowa, but they're hovering on that line of hosting or traveling. Also, as closer you are to hosting means the second round game, if you were to win, could put you up against one of those top teams. Right now, North DeSoto currently the top team in Division II non-select. And it looks like...
Yeah, our district, Sean, is going to look like the way it's set up right now is us, East Beauregard, Vinton, DeQuincy, Anacoca, and Pickering.
Yeah, because Anacoca moving up to 2A. Yeah. Obviously not for football, but
not football.
It should be an interesting district. I remember a few years after I graduated high school, Anacoca moved up into the district for a few years. And it's good to see Scallon helped up. Hopefully he's okay. So,
well, we definitely know East Beauregard's going to be throwing the ball, and we got to.
Yeah, what you can't have here
is
enough
people in the secondary now.
You can't have one guy out there. I know they may only have a couple of receivers in the formation, but you got to put some guys on that back end. Now East Beauregard will take over on their own 48.
Well, we need to have Cheney. Yeah, Cheney's out there now.
So East Beau's going to operate here from the 48.
There he goes again.
Wide open is Quibido. He makes the catch.
By him.
And he is in
that
the
is
end zone.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's just awful there. As, again, you know exactly what's happening. And Trip Quibido, for the third time tonight, gets behind the secondary. And this time,
I mean, he's just running straight up the field.
52-yard score. Yeah, Coach, that's honestly, that's unacceptable. One play, 52 yards. And Trip Quibido is putting on a show over there, and honestly, it could be easily avoided. Eagles sleepwalking on the back end there. And, Coach, not to, beat a dead horse, but you're 0-9. You can kind of see the reasons there. It's just things like that can't happen. I mean, it can't. It's elementary football. East Beau going for 2. They will not get it. And Eagles do hold there. But again, a 21-second strike by the Trojans. Eagles hanging on for dear life. They lead 40-34 and getting it right after this on High School Football Game of the Week.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
At halftime, East Beauregard led this game 14-7. With 3:28 to play here in the game, it is 40-34. Rosepine turned into an old-fashioned shootout here, Coach, and one that we've said could have easily been avoided.
And, I mean, there's two teams that normally don't throw the ball, and yet.
Yeah, East Beau's turned into 2019 LSU out here for the last. Look, we said it. They're not a quick strike offense. They've had the ball for the last two drives, a total of a minute and a half. And now this one, a little pooch kick. Takes a wicked bounce, but fielded over there on the far sideline. Rosepine will have possession. But again, this one is not over. It has not been over.
No, it's not.
Rosepine at the 3:47 mark. Rosepine led 40-28. At the 8:55 mark, Rosepine led 34-20. East Beau has come back twice with quick strikes. Again, there's 3:27 left on the clock. So 13 seconds ago or 20 seconds ago, Rosepine led by 2 scores.
Yeah.
Now they'll take over at their own 40. 3 minutes and 27 seconds away. And now, look, they'll just get in the SWAT formation and try to salt this one away. They'll toss it to Wagster. He's trying to get the corner. Nice stiff arm. He's up across midfield. First down and more. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
That's got to be.
And, yeah, look, a good display of sportsmanship there at first, and then Wagster kind of didn't like it. And, look, I think, Coach, I'm not going to lie, I think that's a pretty nice gesture by Hooks. He didn't really mean to push him late out of bounds, tried to go in. Wagster didn't like it, of course, rightfully so. And, again, we'll see the call. It's definitely an unsportsmanlike penalty, but I don't think Hooks had any ill intent there.
Right.
Because he got up and tried to help him up and apologize. Yeah, I'm going to take the side of Hooks there. Obviously, he did hit him late, but I don't think there was any intent to. I think if he doesn't go after him, that's a touchdown. I'll say that for certain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, again, there was a late hit out of bounds, and they've cleared the area. So there was some pushing and shoving. But, yeah, I'm going to take this. I don't think there was any kind of ill intent out there to injure Daxton. But, again, he took offense to the play, rightfully so.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, you did see Hooks come over and try to basically apologize for maybe going a little bit past the whistle there. It'll be, for the moment, a first down. I think everything's going to offset here. Obviously, the late hit will tack on, and then I think you'll offset the penalties. But
I mean, it looked like the East Beauregard kid was throwing the punches.
Yeah, after
it might be two penalties against him.
Yeah, after Hooks got up and helped Wagster, shoves him back, and then he went, kind of lost his cool there after the fact.
Right.
So we may see him being done for the night. But again, if you're Rosepine, you can't retaliate. Like, you just can't. Like, that's again.
Well, we've made some stupid penalties all night.
Yeah.
One to celebrate in the end zone by spiking the ball.
2 excessive celebration penalties. And, Coach, like I said, when you're 0-9, just get the ref and get back in the huddle.
Yeah.
As we sort out the events on the field, I think we may have come to a conclusion. We'll see. It was a nice first down carry by Wagster. You can bunch everybody up. He's fast enough to get the edge. But we'll see. So the penalty's offset. And it's just a wash, Coach.
Right.
There was a late hit out of bounds, but then Daxton kind of got up and got his 2 cents in.
Yeah.
That's actually about as good as you could call it there. So the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 at the East Beauregard 39. But yeah, Coach, look, at this point, you just need to keep the ball and milk the clock. Don't do anything crazy. Don't turn it over. East Beau's trying to rip it out here. They'll give it to Barrett, and he'll just lower the helmet, try to push that pile. And now a late flag comes in, and nice catch there by the East Beau guy in the back. He wasn't even looking. He just kind of caught that flag. So we'll see what goes on here. Again, just can't lose your cool. And this is the point now where somebody's got to call a timeout on the Rosepine coaching staff and just say, guys, we have to be smart.
Yeah.
And if Coach Simmons would probably do the same thing for East Beauregard, because, look, if you're East Beau, you're a stop away from getting the ball with a chance to win this game. But now you've added 30 yards or now 15 yards worth of personal foul penalties, and Rosepine just marching it down into your territory. You've got to play smart as well. So somebody has to kind of settle down here. We'll see now. 1st and 10, Rosepine deeper into East Beau territory. So 2:58 and counting. And, Coach, this last 5 minutes has taken an eternity. Right? You said we were getting out of here early.
Yeah, it's lasted longer than the first half.
Bear's going to get it. The up man in that SWAT formation. He's trying to shake the fenders. Trojan's trying to rip it out of there. And forward progress will be stopped. Not before Baird has a nice gain there. Pick up a couple. Looks like he'll get about 3. Clock continues to run. 2:25 and counting. Eagles trying to hang on for dear life. They lead at 40-34.
Yeah, we can mark it down to the 2-minute mark.
The 2-minute warning? Coach,
well, thank God we don't have that in high school.
And Kinder, a couple of points away from running clock.
Oh, come on, guys.
And again, Rosepine will be penalized 5 yards. So 2nd down now and 13. And look, Coach, it's just about composure at this point.
Yeah. Well, we're not used to being in this situation.
That's another thing it's to deal with.
The good thing about that penalty
is, it's a pre-snap. And
then you run some
more clock. And now we have a timeout on the field. 1:57 to play. Rosepine up 6, trying to get the win. It's high school football game of the week on today's Country 105.7.
Hello, this is Sheriff Sam Kraft. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to protecting and serving all citizens of Vernon Parish. Senior citizens need our protection and our watchful eyes. Adult taxpayers deserve law and order, and our youth need encouragement and support in order to succeed. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office will continue to work with area law enforcement agencies to provide a safe and wholesome environment for all of our families. We are proud to serve Vernon Parish and to call it home.
Got a final from way down the road in Thibodaux, but Coach, this was a good one. E.D. White, Vanderbilt Catholic. E.D. White wins 28-21.
Wow.
Cardinals, the state runner-up last year, but that's a big-time rivalry game down there. 2nd and 13, they'll toss this one to Wagster. Nice cut again. He trucks the ref.
Tackled by the referee.
I don't even know if the ref got the tackle. He was just kind of in the way. He'll get credited with the half a tackle.
But he might be hurt.
Yeah, he's still down.
Oh, my goodness. Are you serious?
Yeah, Coach, he got dump trucked.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
And look, they don't have any equipment on, so hopefully he's okay. I mean, I've seen I'll tell you what, it's been 8 years now. I guess it was Alvin Kamara's rookie year. He went down the sideline. He snapped a guy's leg in half.
Yeah.
Those guys don't usually take contact, but he was part of some collateral there.
Anytime you're in the middle.
You're in the danger zone, but he's still down for the moment. They'll help him up. But he'll get credit.
I wouldn't feel sorry for the one that was there last week.
I was going to say, Coach, this guy, you got to give him some. But, that one
last week, I wouldn't have mind him getting hurt.
And everybody gives him an applause. But a nice gain. Again, more importantly, an 11-yard run.
Yeah, it was a great run again.
Daxton Wagster, he's well over 100.
Well over
scores
100.
Tonight. But, that E.D. White Vanderbilt Catholic game, and that's a heck of a rivalry game there. Third down and 2. Eagles probably could salt it away with the
Hey, you're supposed to be running the clock. It wasn't no timeout. Run the clock.
Unless they called it, Coach. Third down and short. And that one stuffed immediately. And I think East Bow does take the timeout there. And I don't think that one got back to the line of scrimmage, Coach. We'll keep it right here. Timeout on the field. This is essentially the game right here, Coach.
Yes.
Fourth down and we'll call it a long 1.5, almost basically 2 yards.
I would definitely go long count.
Yeah, I'm not running a play. I'm going hard count here. And if you're East Bow, it's about keying the football, but they're the ones on their heels. So
if they don't jump, we call timeout, and then
because you didn't call this one.
Play.
So you don't have to call 2 consecutives. East Bow was the one that called it. And again, this is pretty much for the game here. 4th down and 2, 1:43 to play. Eagles 40, East Bow 34. The Eagles get this first down. They will be on their way to a win to close out the regular season. Back in the swap formation they go. 4th down and 2. There's the whistle. Gardner under center. They'll toss this one out, and it's going to be real close. That second effort by Daxton Wagster. We'll see if he has enough. But again, Coach, it was sniffed out by East Bow. Initially, he did not have it. We will see where the ball is spotted, and we will see.
Right, that's something I hadn't seen all year long, a measurement.
I know, Coach, you're right. I hadn't seen him bring out the change. In the NFL, we'd have the
line.
We'd have the review from above there on the replay aided review. But this will be you said it hadn't had a chain measurement yet. This will be the biggest one of the year here in game number 10 with, the clock says 0, so that's not right.
No.
135, there it goes. And depending on this measurement, Rosepine will either get the win or have to play defense. It was a 4th and 2. Wagster initially stopped, but maybe that second effort gives him the first. We'll see. And the Eagles have a first down.
Well, we're going to see something we ain't seen all year, Sean.
Victory formation. And East Bow will take their final timeout. We'll keep it here. And, Coach, that was all Wagster on the second effort because he was sniffed out. You got to credit East Bow for stretching that out, and Wagster gets that second effort. And celebrations starting on the Rosepine sideline. And it was a measurement that gives the Eagles the first down and, Coach, basically the victory here for the first time in 2025 in the last game of the season. But they had to earn it, Coach. This was not – look, I had a feeling watching the tape. You looked at East Bow on film and saw what they were able to do against DeQuincy, scoring in the 30s.
It's not the run that killed us tonight. It's their passing.
Honestly, Coach, and I know hindsight because they did have a lead in the first half, but you could have maybe gone up and down the field a few times with the way they were able to throw the ball down the field. Look, they had a lead at 14-7 at the half. Game script was going as good as they could have.
Exactly.
But when they had to make some throws, they were able to make them. And, look, that's what I said. This game was not over until there's going to be zeros on the clock. And, Coach, like we said, we hadn't seen the victory formation yet. We don't know if Rosepine is going to execute this. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
As they go down to try it here on first down. And Slay Gardner gets it and goes to a knee. 90 seconds left in this one, and the clock will roll.
So it ain't the game yet.
It's not.
I don't know where they going.
East Bow guys were coming over to give some dap here. We've got to at least run one more play, but hey, credit
one of them took his helmet off. He's got to go out.
Yeah, there he goes. Coach, I love the sportsmanship, but it was, they were ready to go. But again, this was a heck of an effort by both teams. Like we said, East Bow looked dead to rights a couple of times, but a quick strike, and they were back in this thing. And like I said, it took a measurement and some extra effort by Waxter to get the first down for Rosepine as the clock winds with 49 seconds and counting. Play clock at 10. And again, we will see these two teams lock it up a couple of times in basketball, softball, baseball. As Gardner goes back to a knee, and the Eagles, for the first time in 2025 and the last time this season, get a victory, 40-34. They win on senior night. They hang on for dear life. Austin Lonsberry, a couple of touchdowns. Brenham Cheney. He gets in there. Daxton Waxter ran the football, kind of in an emergency running back role, but he was well more than capable. A couple of touchdowns by Donovan Carter for the Trojans. A couple of big plays by Trip Quibido. He took over in the second half. Exactly. Man, you want to talk about a heck of an effort by a guy out there playing receiver. He's basically the only guy that's an option in the pass game. He makes it happen. But the two teams get together, shake hands, and that concludes the 2025 regular season. Rosepine wins it over East Bow 40-34. Coach, a heck of a game here to close this out.
It was very entertaining.
East Bow led at the half. Rosepine just kind of lit it up here in the second half, but East Bow, got to credit them. They never went away. And like we said, senior night for both of these teams. Again, barring a miracle, Rosepine probably going to miss the postseason again. East Bow definitely out of the playoff picture. So for these seniors, look, a couple of things. Obviously, it's your last time you're ever going to play football with your teammates. But another thing, look, this has been some pretty lean years here for both of these teams. Last year, East Bow with 1 win. They finished with 2. Rosepine with 1 win in each of the last 2 seasons. Look, obviously, these seniors, they hadn't experienced a whole lot of success as far as, some that have started. But the one thing I will say, for both sides, for East Bow and Rosepine, look, your job, what you hope happens is you hope you've planted the seed, right? Obviously, you didn't get to experience some playoff, success the last couple of years as you're, an upperclassman. But what you hope you can kind of establish a culture. This is Coach David Weldon's first year, full-time head coach. We knew coming in there was a lot of positivity in the program. But look, Coach, this is a results-based ordeal, right? Everybody wants to win. The feel-goods and the vibes stop when you're 0-6, 0-7. But if you could spin something positive on this, what would it be?
Well, it's, Sean, like I've said many times throughout the year, the schedule is going to look a lot better next year. We proved right here we got 3-4 good running backs coming back next year, including all of our receivers and the quarterback. Yeah, we're going to be missing some good linemen, but we got just about all of our skill players back. So I'm really looking forward to next year. Like I said, the schedule is going to be a lot more competitive.
Yeah, and that's obviously the big thing, right? This 2-year cycle was brutal.
We have played this year. Kinder.
Yeah, one of them just wrapped up a 10-0 season. Is going to be a top 4 team.
Winfield was like, I think they're 8-2.
Yeah, Westlake's a good team.
Westlake.
Grand Lake was good. Mansfield had a great year. The non-district schedules is Ascension Christian or Ascension Episcopal. Those teams in the non-district were tough. You knew that going in.
And if Benton wins tonight, they're going to be 8-2.
Yeah, district championship on the line. But yeah, look, I think that's the thing. You can look at the schedule, and then you look at what the younger guys you have coming back. And again, for the seniors, Devin Janice unable to play in his final game. He battled injury all year. That really sucks. But, you were able to showcase some of the younger guys that are going to get a chance next year. And I think if you're a Rosepine fan, you look at that and you say, hey, guys, look, we're going to have a new schedule. Obviously, we've had some pretty lean years the last two, but it's time to take the step and start learning how to win and learning how to carry success. And it's the same with East Bow. Your numbers are going to go down, and you're going to lose some guys. You're just going to have to plug those holes in. This was a senior class that wanted to come back and kind of establish a physical culture. Right. And like I said, on film, I thought I saw that. I was really impressed with Coach Simmons' bunch. They battled when they got down a couple of scores and kept it a good game. That'll wrap up the regular season for us. Rosepine gets the win to close out the 2025 regular season. Playoff brackets come out on Sunday. We'll break it all down, this game and more of the playoff matchups on the Gridiron Gumbo Show on Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Mike Holt back in studio. Derek Lee will be there. I'll be there as well. Coach, you can always come by if you'd like. We're there every Tuesday night from 6 to 7. We'll break all this down, the college season, the NFL week, and more. Again, that's Tuesday at 6 on the Gridiron Gumbo Show. Coach, it was a blast. Again, another year. Always enjoy it. Had fun again with you this year. Like I said, you can join me for the playoffs if you'd like. But if you want to take a break and enjoy the offseason, I don't blame you there at all. For Coach Glen, Granger, Michael back in studio, I'm Sean Larken. Thank you for listening. This has been the regular season finale of the high school football game of the week. We will see you in the playoffs next week on Today's Country 105.7.
Thanks for joining us for the game of the week. Now back to Today's Country 105.7.